No, they don't. The group, they basically worked with the Order of Purity, like using them for manpower. After that, it goes on to say about how something had happened. Nobody's quite sure what, but something happened with that group, and it ended with Duragan's daughter's death. And then Duragan just vanished off the face of the earth after that. Like went into hiding, and the group split up.
She was the first soul he took. I guarantee it. Now I want to know what my mom was doing. What the hell?
Well, she was a good person, apparently. Well, good, relatively.
Oh, like Durgan was good, Pretty sure he destroyed Winston.
Oh, we don't know yet. Oh, shoot, I forgot to ask about that. I'm sure it'll be dark.
So what day do you get Gallium, and what book?
I got, 1 second. It's investigation we're rolling for, isn't it?
Yes.
6. 6 on 7. Rolled 6 on book 7.
6 on 7? You can't actually find anything to do with Duragan in this book. This seems to be mostly about some sort of like repeated cases of demons trying to, take over the mortal realm. Like the names of the demons, how they were defeated or sealed, that sort of deal.
Oh, so Grandma's Diary, basically. Like,
if you insist.
About...
And what did you get strong, and what book did you pick?
19 on 4.
19 on 4. Okay. Okay, cool. So this details the escapades of the dread pirate Lord Leviathan. And it's like jotting down parts of his career, including running a band of pirates and being the actual Lord Pirate of the entire southern end of the hemisphere for one point. Leader of the Pirate Lords of Azrat Pent and all this. He's also known as the man that conquered the primordial seas. And the man who got the namesake for taming the untamable Leviathan.
He's the one with the ship that was forged in the Nine Hells, isn't he?
No, that's the current pirate lord who has the ship made in the Nine Hells.
I figured he was still alive.
Because the current pirate lord is Captain Flint.
Significantly less intimidating.
I think it's just going to get less intimidating over time. Next one's just going to be Captain Fred.
Captain Spot.
It just ends with Captain Peel-Off.
Right.
Captain
He is like a really, really like tanky looking dragonborn when he's not like emaciated.
So we just stop feeding him again.
Captain Rimmer. He was Meghead.
Right. Captain Moron.
Right. Got the extended one.
Thank you.
So yeah, bang bang, on we go.
Well, finding nothing too much of value in mind, I'm gonna hunt through book 12.
Book 12, okay. So, you open book 12, and it is hollowed out, and there is a gem at the center. I want you to make a wisdom saving throw. a
Oh, boy.
disadvantage for your one.
Ah, I'm gonna die. Is
Either
that
that or
a
you're
2 is
gonna-
a
That's
shot?
cocked. That's cocked.
Okay.
Try again.
Cock.
Maybe we should.
Hold on, that's not.
Or it rolled, yeah.
Okay,
At least you
so
got a 7.
7 plus. That's a 12.
12. Okay. So, the page on the left as you open it says the soul-carved memory of the last days of the Leviathan. And then your
Ooh.
vision just goes blank. Everyone, you
Oh.
would just see Korra's body lose like all of its like water and physical like color as he just goes stock pale like some sort of mummified body and just hits the ground.
Oh dear.
He did.
Dying?
1 second.
Loot his corpse!
Korra, I would like you to come
Yes.
with me.
Oh boy, it's secrets time.
It's secrets time. Everyone
Have fun
else,
with that.
go
nightmare.
do something.
Chatter
Have a
among yourselves.
sandwich.
Attention.
We're going to the.
Can I stay here?
Oh, he's turned the music on. This does not fill me with hope.
Music. I'm not hearing any
Hey.
music. Oh,
I
no,
was gonna
Oh,
grab the knife
roll
and
20.
spook you guys, but the knife is.
I don't know. I guess it didn't load until I opened the tab.
It's already.
Oh, there's cheese.
Oh, there's the nest. That don't fucking look like cheese.
It's
That's
goat
a
That
hockey
looks
puck.
like
It's goat cheese.
goat cheese.
it looks like a cylinder of suffering and pain. So
That thing's 15 pound 10. Did I say it
Is
right?
music
Good
playing right
goodness.
now or not?
Did I say it right?
it's
There
like
it is.
cycling through various stuff.
Okay.
Ooh, ominous.
I'll just
So
keep
it
it open in
even-
a different window so it doesn't like deprioritize it or something.
So it means that
How do
either
you watch something when you're in desktop mode?
hold right. So right,
Oh, look,
Yeah.
it's my cousin.
pick it up with left
Hello,
click.
little open trash can cousin.
With left click? Alright.
Yep. Now hold right click for a little bit,
Uh-huh.
and then let go.
Yeah.
Let go of right click. Here, let me try that again.
Oh, let go, right click.
Shit, that's too low for me.
Can you pick it up, Ruby?
We got a perfect
There
avatar for
we go.
this. You got it.
Step move.
Yeah. So hold it with left click. So keeping.
There we go.
That's pretty
I
much
threw
it.
it. That's all I need to do.
How
I didn't
is my
even think to
frame rate-
register my Sheikah slate with the checkpoint.
Jesus Christ, my frame rate is 19.
My frame rate is 90.
So the longer
45.
you hold right click, the farther it throws it.
Yep. Just be careful with that because in desktop mode, doing that can catapult. It can catapult dice through the wall surrounding.
I'll only do
Table.
it for like a short, like, second maybe.
Yeah.
Probably less
What
than a
you
second.
can also do is actually just left click to pick it up and then just, wang the mouse a bit and let go as though you're actually throwing it with the mouse pointer.
Wrote it down.
Alright, I gotta go, guys. Hold up 1 second.
Um, let Decidius know that I'm coming straight back in. I'm just restarting VrChat for performance. I'll be back in a sec.
Oh boy.
I am jealous you guys are playing D&D.
You should play a D&D.
Oh,
Bring me another Kirk.
man.
No.
Oh,
Hey, Gario.
man.
Gallium's here.
Gallium's already back.
I'm back.
Oh,
Has
man.
not helped.
Clem's
has
gonna
not
feel so
helped.
fucking regret missing this.
man. Oh, I'm so glad we found this treasure trove of books.
Should we wait for
Still don't know
Pinky?
if you're
'Cause
dead.
this is
We
kind of
still don't
important.
know if you're dead yet.
No
Oh,
talking.
God.
No talking.
Oh, God.
How long do you think Pinky's gonna take?
Yes.
5
Long enough
minutes?
to beat one out.
Yeah. I also see nobody brought me a Kirk.
I might.
No, I do have a Kirk. It's down there. I've drank it all.
Oh, God.
No, my empty bottle's here. My empty bottle's here.
I rolled a
That's all I
21.
Wait, are we talking about a real bottle or a virtual bottle?
Yes.
Oh.
Oh, thank you, Ruby. Yes.
You coke fiend. Jesus Christ. Any more coke and Decidius is going to be I forgot her name
Coke
already.
addict.
Addict.
What are you talking about? At this point, when I go to the hospital for like a blood transfusion or an operation, they have to pump in 50 cc's of Coca-Cola instead of blood.
I've remembered it now. Okay. Let's give Decidius some more coke, then he can be Carrie Fisher.
No, no.
Oh god, bot.
Too soon.
Not soon enough.
Where's Pinky?
Pinky,
Pretty
Pinky,
sure
I'm not
Pinky.
dead.
Pinky is AFK.
He's a slinky.
So I'll go stab
Am I
him.
going to
Decidius,
be
sexy
RCB2?
Toro's dead yet.
Yes.
Wakey, wakey, eggs and bacon.
Decidius, we need to get like
Making
sort of
noises.
a wig and some Princess Leia buns for that avatar, just because.
If we have like a Star Wars night or something, I will totally do that.
Now what we need is cardboard cutouts of the people who who can't make it.
That'd actually be a good idea. Just like do that for each of us.
That's
So
an
long as
idea
we're
for
not-
a social. Cardboard cutout social.
I will totally
yeah.
paint my cheesies to be R2B2.
I'm gonna actually go write that down right now in the events.
Just everyone make a cardboard cutout version of their avatar
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
for yours. Huh. You should see Gallium's. His is the best.
Mine's the fucking best.
That's great.
Oh, that's good. It's Weird Al, isn't it?
That's
Yeah,
weird.
it's Will Yankovic.
Yeah. With a fucking deer.
Gonna see him in
Weird Al's
concert in
fucking
March.
brilliant.
Waiting for the pinky. Wait, dick, 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 dick. Waiting for the pinky. Skittle up, dick, up, day. Waiting for the pinky. Scoo da 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 do. Waiting for the pinky. Skittle up, day da do.
Oh, wait, it's November.
You don't really have to.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
recording
November.
this. We can just play it back for him at this point.
Weird Al Yankovic.
I am now modeling a sword and shield.
Nice. I know, but it's like, it's cool shit. I don't want him to miss it.
Yeah, I can't say anything. But I know things now. I know a lot of things.
Oh god, as
Like
long as you don't
Steve.
know what I did last Thursday.
I definitely know what you did last Thursday.
Yeah, we need to play the video game already.
No, you don't, because if you did, you'd be like on the floor in the fetal position.
I know exactly what you did last Thursday.
What did I do last Thursday?
Please do share.
I can't.
I thought my man away.
No.
Wait,
What
man,
did you
wait
do
a minute.
last Thursday, Gallium? You can tell us.
You can tell us.
I can tell you.
Oh?
I'm not gonna. I can, but I'm not gonna. I love the subtleties of the English language like that. I can tell you. Doesn't mean I'm gonna.
Please tell us.
Also
You have
Decidius.
perked my curiosity. Oh, wait.
Pinky and wordless. I really want to say this while it's fresh in my mind, but you know.
Fuck it, let's just do it now then. Sorry, Pinky. Okay.
I can play it back to him later.
That's
recording
right.
this, aren't you?
Does, while these people are reading the books, does Elbatrix leave or anything, or he just kind of stays there?
Give us another perception check.
Roll that motherfucker.
Also, I have a question. Is there any way to tell if someone has true sight by perception alone?
No.
Okay.
Unless there is a specific
perception.
effect, like, that happens.
Like the,
Like, if I
like the guild
stay-
master.
5.
Yeah, like where it fucking glows and shit, then you're not gonna be able to tell.
Gotcha.
Basically, most spells that enable true sight will cause an effect, but any enchantments that activate it usually are a part of the helmet or something like that.
Gotcha.
So there'd be very, very, very minute things, like, though it's practically ridiculously imperceptible, the glass eyes of the Dragon Rider armor shimmer, just like briefly as it activates and deactivates.
Ah, okay.
Like tiny imperceptible things like that, unless it is a specific designed effect. Like maybe one of them would have like true sight, and as it activates, fire plumes from the eyes or something.
Not very subtle, though.
Come on, Pinky!
That
I heard
sounds like a
you.
design flaw. Oh.
Oh,
Hey, look
finally.
it!
Get the fuck over here.
Decidius, I got distracted by a butterfly.
Fucking parent, I have to do adulty things.
Are you dead?
I got a
Yes.
5!
Adulty things.
No, it's fine, Pinky.
Can I register my Sheikah slate with the shrine?
Yes.
Alright.
You now have the magnetic ability.
Hey, I rolled
Yes.
17, whatever I have to do.
You
Roll
have
to
to do
17. What am I rolling?
You didn't have to do anything.
Alright, let's just get back on track.
Shush, back in. Yeah. Sir, you guys saw him collapse to the ground in this, like, almost mummified state. As
died.
what looks like his essence swells around in the gem.
Oh, he did.
It's only a brief moment before you see it burst back out like a cloud of smoke settling on him as he...
What the fuck?
As all of like the color and that starts returning to him as he inflates almost like a little sponge dinosaur.
Welcome back.
Oh,
Okay.
And one second.
Hold on.
Remember
You're
that.
fucking lucky. You take 1 point of damage.
Don't forget that elder lady's here as well, so. From the library.
Oh,
I don't think she fought.
she teleported you guys, but I don't think she went with you.
Oh, okay.
Well, she did. She did.
she did?
She
Okay.
did, but I'm guessing she probably left with the Vizier as you guys were doing research, and she won't get in your way. Besides, she's old.
Reporting us for arrest.
We thought you were dead. We were going to start looting your money.
Oh shit, better luck than the old
I
guy.
wouldn't blame you. Okay,
Hey, you did the same with us.
I think I know what
So-
happened with Durgan.
Uh-oh.
Share.
Alright, Pink, that book you found with the Leviathan Pirate King. Durgan
Yeah, my mom was in there,
entrusted
too.
his... Yeah, I know. I think Durgan entrusted his daughter to the safety of that group. They failed, she died, and he started killing all of them as revenge. And something he said in this vision, he was going to kill them and anyone who carried their name.
Oh.
And in the vision, I was an otter folk.
I'm Firerini, man. Mom's name is Elstrom.
Still a descendant.
Fuck that
Still a
dude.
descendant. And
Then why did he give
my
me the
guess
pup?
is, I don't know, because of the enchantment in the attic, the note. I don't know, but I was an otter folk. I think that guy was Clam's paternal figure. I don't know, grandparent something, and Gray lost. Couldn't get any more obvious than that.
Lord and Lady Greylost.
I'm pretty sure Durgan's out to kill us because our ancestors screwed up.
Oh, at least I'm glad that I'm not a
Ancestor,
part of this.
This only happened like 300 years ago. So it would be like, for some of you it's your parents, for others it's grandparents.
Still ancestors.
Yeah.
But either way,
Damn, I knew Grandma was a fuck up.
you're telling me. And they also sealed away Eblatrix, so, there's that. The irony is thick right now. The irony is very thick right now.
Well, I guess sort of, for some of us, stupidity runs in the family.
So it would seem, but I think that's what's going on.
But he's cool, man. Love
Maybe ascending to godhood is just a side project for him, but all I know is he wants to kill us. And us, specifically.
He wants to kill us?
Right.
Well, not you. He doesn't care about you. You're just with us.
Not me.
Pretty
Yeah,
sure.
I mean, you'll probably.
I don't know.
you'll
Maybe
probably
he
get
wants to
caught up
murder
in the
you.
collateral.
Yeah.
Actually, that's a good point.
I don't know who
Oh,
all
yeah.
the ancestors are right now.
Hmm.
So
Right.
Durgan wants to kill all of you.
Well,
I don't know if he wants to kill me. I don't know who my parents were, so
Sounds
well,
like
he
it.
definitely wants to kill me.
yeah, you're definitely on the hit list.
Definitely me.
You're definitely on the
And-
hit list. My bet is Clam is on the hit list.
Iron
Just is-
Clan
is-
NPC.
Is
I'm
Elvitrix still here?
Considering what?
Do I see Elvitrix still here? Like through my true sight?
What did you roll?
Well, last time I rolled it was a 5. So,
Yeah, you can't see him anymore.
okay. I turn around and go, Elvitrix! Ah, fuck, he's gone.
Just watch this show, dude.
Anyway, next time keep your stupid mouth shut. I had a feeling he probably was watching us because I don't trust him, he doesn't trust me. We're all a big dysfunctional family. So, just let it be, I'll handle it when we get back.
Is there any way to disown myself from this family?
Dinosaur Show, bro.
No.
You're pretty much stuck with us.
Fuck. I'll give you guys back your armor and some gold on the side.
Dude, I love.
Yeah, good luck with that.
So,
And quit taking Ivor's drugs.
Actually, I'm with him on this. If you've been taking any of my drugs without asking, I'm not going to be very happy.
Right.
You know what they say? Sharing is caring. Oh, no,
everybody-
no.
Rest of these books. Have a lovely
Okay,
look through them. We need to make sure we've got everything.
Well, I'll take book 11.
Alright,
if it
so
hasn't already been taken.
let me just jot this down. What numbers have you read?
I've read 7.
3.
4, 7, 9.
12.
Right, okay. Oh, and 12. Cool. Right, okay. So just tell us what book you are grabbing and give us a roll.
11 and 9.
I'll take
11
10.
and 9? Okay.
What, they're for wisdom savings? That's not right. Alright, hold on.
To be honest, the only reason you rolled a disadvantage was because of the one.
I figured.
Is it a D20 again?
Yes. It's just a wisdom saving throw.
I just always assume it's a.
Oh,
unless
right.
told otherwise.
Wait. 13.
13, you open the book, and as you look, you would see another one of those gems at the right,
Wow.
but it doesn't kick in right away. On the left, it says, recovered memories. Recovered memories of the Farseeker Paladin.
I don't suppose we can all use that at the same time instead of, I think it'd be better if we had more eyes on what's happening.
I
That
slammed
last
the
one
book
was an
shut,
accident.
just so it doesn't
Slam
kick
it
in. Okay, so
Little dust
That
and stuff
didn't-
comes out of it.
it's another one of those books. It said, collected memories of the Farseeker Paladin. Who wants to give it a try? Because it didn't look fun last when you gave it a whirl. Who's got the
Ends in
highest
the middle,
HP?
everybody at once.
Oh, wait, can multiple people use these things at once?
You don't know.
Oh,
Like,
yeah, I
guess.
could.
For that, we don't need.
try
We
and
don't,
guess.
we don't need to deal
There you
with
go.
people's minds getting randomly switched up.
Uh, do-do-do-do-do-do.
Are you saying
That
you wouldn't like
is-
the possibility of coming back with those lovely pair of boobs?
That is correct.
Yeah, what are you trying to say here? Plus 6.
I notice you
So,
guys are.
Alexis, you've got a
14.
flat chest.
14. Looking over the gem, very carefully opening the book and examining it, it looks essentially like a magical conflux that has trapped a partial, part of a soul, essentially. So you could, in theory, all use it.
Alright, put the book down, we're all
Oh.
doing this.
Oh boy.
Alright.
Alright, ready?
Wait,
On
what you
3.
guys doing?
Anyone who
One.
wants to back out, do so now.
2,
Screw it. Fine.
3.
3. Snash. I just smashed my keyboard.
Fun.
Oh, it was my crap keyboard. We're good.
Don't break a good one. God, I really need to get a new cord.
So,
Music.
everything goes black as you are suddenly thrust out of your bodies. As you all inhabit the form of a singular person. Straight from the eyes of a woman clad in paladin's armor. In, glorious color, you currently stand on a castle buried in lava. Plumes flow over the sides in gouts and spurts as you see Duragan currently stood at the far end. The tower around them collapses. The vision outside of the focus point of the person is all blur, so it becomes hard to take focus on anything away from what the person is looking at the time. They are
Makes sense.
staring Duragan down as you get to see what he looked like in life. Tired, angry-looking eyes staring out from the dried skin, hood blown back because of the heat and the wind. Old, scraggly, wavy, mottled, greyish hair and a thick beard visible. You left her. You left me, you bastards! Standing here in your high fucking horse, trying to fix all the D-raised problems. I'm gonna fix your fucking problems. The vision focuses away from Duragan a moment as you see the angelic form of a trueborn angel riding next to the female woman. Long flowing hair, angelic wings pulled from the back of it, large glowing pure white sword. The clouds almost parting above them to shine down. They look bloodied and hurt. Despite this, several black and thorny like spines having jutted through them, and they're looking like swaying a little on edge, trying to keep the sword up. As the vision shifts back to Duragan, as he unsheaths the dagger, the clown's dagger, one step forward, raises a hand, and you watch the left side of the tower explode as a huge pillar of lava spews out of the tower. You see the world move as she steps back. You feel the heat rise across your body. You feel the heat from beneath you, and you feel a weight in your arm as the figure looks down. Bundled in one arm, you see the glowing, vibrant blue eyes of a young toddler, like baby in the hands, glowing marks across parts of the skin. Another step back, and she just looks to the angel. I'm sorry. She hands it to him and casts something. You watch his eyes grow dull and hard to see as he plane shifts suddenly. She turns around and draws her sword. Her Coke can. Her sword.
You're not you
And
when
she
you're hungry.
rushes towards Duragan, and the world almost becomes a blur as you just see Duragan grab the blade, blood seeping through down his arm as he clenches hard on the blade. And he just starts stabbing her with the dagger.
Oh.
And everything goes dark.
This 20 is
The
really
world-
paying off.
The world comes back to you as you are all like doubled over at the book, and you all get yourselves back up.
Yeah,
You
the
all seem
knife.
fine.
Wow. Fuck me
Looks like he
sideways
wants to
with a...
kill you too, dickhead.
Don't sound too disappointed.
Well, I rolled a 21 to look at
21?
book number 8. Let's go with 8. I haven't looked at that book yet.
Let me just mark it down.
Well, I rolled a 17 plus 4 for...
17 plus
Investigation.
4.
Yep.
Right, okay. So 8. Okay.
Kind of wish you could read
So-
now, don't you, there, Spot?
Nope. I don't care about your shenanigans.
This book is not one of the gem ones. This one is detailing the final known whereabouts of the Ice Witch. As she had apparently battled Duragan in the capital of Seymour Cern, and during a grandiose fight, she actually wiped out a whole part of the district in fire and flame.
Oh, jeez.
After that, she supposedly, ran back to Achilsfair, and nobody has seen her since then.
Hell yeah.
She just dropped off the radar.
Wait, so her name is Ice Witch, but she uses fire.
Let's see. That's if.
What kind of loopy land am I in? Wait, sorry,
14 on
you say
book
that.
We
1.
already looked at one, didn't we?
Did we?
Nope.
No, okay.
Go back up.
As you guys are sharing these details, I say,
This one is about
God.
Eblatrix.
Oh boy.
Oh, at last.
This one is an account of all of the people he had killed, or soul carved, as he puts it. And as you look through this list, you would note that a lot of them are people suspected or convicted of crimes.
Something like that bad.
And essentially, he had taken the law into his own hands, his devotees even, like, breaking into jail cells and tearing people from cells to bring before him.
Not necessarily the best way to get the job done. But I've heard of worse.
That kind of changes my perspective on it. All right, I'm gonna go after
Again?
book 10 because
Bored, I start
Yep.
poking the chest.
all right, investigation. It would be
Okay, so-
18.
One. Oh shit. Fuck, I buggered something up here. 3. And what did you say you were going for? 11?
10. We already did 11.
10. Yeah, we did. And what did you get for that?
That's an 18 for investigation.
18? Give us a wisdom saving throw.
Freaking gems. Oh, that would be 24.
Nice.
Jesus.
So this would be a gem for the soul-carved memory from Julius Abadir.
Please have it, dear.
Julius Abadir. All right, you guys know the drill.
Alright.
Put the book out.
Fuck it, we're going in, ain't we?
I'm gonna sit this
Here we
one
go.
out.
I,
1, 2.
I second that
3.
motion.
Slap. Everything goes black once again.
As I watch as your body
Story
collapses.
You come back to it, but everything's dark. You hear a voice echo in the back of your skull. Julius, I know you're tired, but you can't sleep again. You need to wake up. And the world comes back into view, if blurry and hard to see. You are currently laid in a bed. You can feel the cottons beneath you and the furs thrown over you. You feel old, wilted skin barely held on bone. Tired, you're so tired, and everything aches. Your eyes focus and turn, and you would see the face of an illithid, a mind flayer, beside you. I appreciate. I know, yeah. I'm trying. I'm tired. I know you are, Julia. But I need you to stay awake. The tricks. I need you. I can't stay around any longer. I know you want to become a god, but I can't stay that long. I want you to take my soul. And there's a quiet pause, a pregnant one that just sits there for so long. The figure stands, albeit now blurred out of her visual range. You hear footsteps echo across what sounds like maybe granite or stone floors. The distant dripping of cave water coming in from somewhere. And you hear the clink of a metal staff being picked up. Several steps. There's then another clink noise. All the pain begins to alleviate from your body as everything goes blue. and your memory fades, and you all awaken back into your own forms once more.
You guys have
Alright,
fun.
how the heck did they get this?
There's a difference between a memory and a soul-carved memory. Basically, a soul-carved... Actually, I'll kind of check. What the fuck do you think a soul-carved means?
I think I know exactly what it is. I'll be 24 again. 25.
A
25.
soul-carved memory is essentially a thin sliver of a soul, barely even like a hair's width. But even a small sliver like that can retain memory and personality and power. So what they've essentially done is form this conflux around that sliver of soul and force the memory out. They usually retain powerful memories, ones of noteworthiness, ones that are close to the soul's being. So it can vary from like childhood memories to loved ones to moments of death.
Oh, that really amazing wank I had 3 weeks ago.
Yep, nope, 100%.
I bet Eblatrix would be interested to see this, but
Who's up
think
for
we'd be
the
able to
next book?
sneak it out of here.
Probably not.
I doubt it.
Alright.
There's no way to
Close the
copy
book
those
up.
things, is there?
Who's next
Isn't-
for grabbing a book?
Is there a... Hold on, can I Arcana check to see if there's a way to copy these?
Different.
It's cocked. How does this keep happening? 25.
Oh wow.
25.
Jeez.
You would know that the confluxes are designed around a sliver of a soul, and there's no way to replicate a soul.
But, he's a mind flayer. He could probably just pull it out if he really wanted to.
I'm pretty sure he's seen it before.
Well, obviously he experienced it, but to have the other side of that, I
What
think he'd
book
like
numbers
that.
are left?
Numbers left is 2, 5, 6. 2, 5, and 6.
In that case,
Jeez, they're really giving us the sweet amount of time before they exile us from the country.
balls.
I'm sure we'll be fine.
That is a 11
11.
on book
This
number
book is like completely worthless to you. It's more shit about demons.
Alright.
That was 2. That was 2. I just want to make sure, right?
2. Yep, that was 2.
I'll take 6.
I want to make sure that I'm not.
Book number 5.
Am I taking book number 5?
Take
Oh.
it.
Alright.
What is it with me and shit rolls today? I got a 7 on book number
7?
6.
You open the book, and it seems to be about liches throughout the ages, like notable ones and such like that. And aside from seeing a small cliff note about Eblatrix, there's not much else of interest to you.
Lovely.
10 on 5.
10 on 5? Okay. So this one is about the Farseeker Paladin again. It details little known facts of her, that she was a devout follower of Cord. And she worshipped him devoutly and ended up even meeting the god himself and acting as their champion for some time, where she fell in love with an angel, and some say she bore a child with. You masturbating a finger?
Yes.
Spot does what Spot does when Spot
She
gets
said
bored.
she had bore a child. There are no official clarification on that.
Looks like we found your mum.
I guess.
Meh.
And Durgan wants to kill you. It's all the
Great.
books now, isn't it?
That's all the books.
All
All
right.
right. That
Well-
shit show is about to unfold.
At this point, I've fallen asleep and I just go,
a
what was
minute.
that?
2 minutes. No
Oh,
alarms, no guards, no nothing. You just still sound the library.
Alright.
Should we use our potion effects
Right.
and head back to the door that we...
Normally, when we figure something
know
out,
the direction
shit
of?
goes south really, really
Yeah.
Really
fast.
quickly. Yeah.
Yeah. Although,
All right. Well, I guess let's
Well,
just.
well, we still have plenty of time, guys.
Let's just. I think
go.
we got everything we're gonna get. I got all these notes. I hold up my notebook, which is now very packed.
Mm-hmm.
I think we got what we need. So
that notebook's packed enough. I think if we ever start traveling, we're going to need a horse just for the notebook.
Actually, before we go...
Hey, we're doing a show here. We need you to be quiet.
What is this place, dude? I escaped here.
Transcribed,
You can't talk,
translated, Ebletrix diary.
Good
What is this
idea.
place?
yeah.
What is this place, dude?
Playing a D&D game. Please shut up.
I escaped.
With me on this,
I had a-
We actually discussed it already.
Wait, are you
We're
playing
doing a
this whole
game.
thing?
Yeah.
Oh fuck. Okay. Dude, sorry. I
It's gone.
Anyway.
Mm,
So, yeah, he passes the note to, through the little shield, and before long, loads of pieces of paper just like out of the shield. There's just
Oh,
a ton
great.
of pages scatter across the floor.
We should
There
have
you
given,
go. That
given
should
him
probably
some
put your mind at
bookbinding
ease,
stuff.
Mr. Skeptical over there with boobs.
So,
I'll walk
Mrs.
over and pick up the
Skeptical?
pages and start sifting through it. See if I can find
Okay.
anything
Investigation.
of value.
I really hope he numbered the pages.
19.
19?
Ding,
It's
ding,
all
dong.
fucking recipes.
Ah, it's a cookbook. A cookbook. We got
Recipes for
we
what?
got a
Wait, we got
Uh,
Eldrix's cook.
It's actually mind flayer recipes, so it's different ways for preparing and the devouring of brains.
we got a squid head
So
cookbook.
Nothing that we could use for improving the meals that Driftwood prepares for us.
Only
You
for
could,
Ebletrix.
you could, I suppose. There's some things that could be used, like sauteing methods and such, but
Okay.
I
Right.
imagine, like,
Well,
sort of all the ingredients start with just sort of brains.
it's actually a lot more varied than you would think. It'd be like age ranges and different species.
Wow.
that's wonderful. I'm really glad he's undead and doesn't have the urge for brain.
Oh, I want souls.
that actually, yeah, I really agree with you. That's-
That would count.
Then again,
Fun thing about illithids that I play more to than the D&D book usually does. Illithids are born through, basically think the aliens from, the xenomorphs from Alien, where they like
First
fuck
out
a
your
human
chest.
host and then out comes the goo.
Lovely.
Basically, they actually, there's like say like 15% chance that the human personality and memories are retained by one of the illithid born from them.
Oh.
So a lot of the time, there's like a lot of illithids that are born that'll have human personalities or elven personalities and that,
Well, that would
and
explain a
sometimes
lot.
even like whole memories.
Do you feel better now?
Technically, there could
Yeah,
even be the
I think so.
possibility. There technically could be the possibility of an illithid who's born retains all the memories and personalities of their previous host and just goes and tries to live their life back again.
That would be awkward.
Yeah, especially with the whole tentacles for a
Except for he
face thing.
eats his neighbor's brains.
Yeah.
There's that whole part. Anyway, all right. Well,
We're gonna head to the door.
Well,
let's
let
head
it
to
go.
the door,
It's
see
like
if we can
32 up the
find
road.
the vizier, and let's hit the road. I don't know.
You down the
No.
potions and begin like jogging, and everything feels a lot lighter. It feels a lot easier to run as you are just like down the aisles. It feels like you're on like a really fast horse or a ship sailing by the coast as you run.
Noticing the speed, I
As
attempt to
everything is
dash.
just flowing past you, and you make it to
This
the other
stuff is good.
side in just about an hour. You're not tired. You're not tired from the run at all. Like
Wow.
at all.
This is better
And you
than that time I
still
did drugs
still
in
have some
Euripides.
time still
What's
left,
your
so
play
you're
on
able to
comic
make
book?
it all the way back up the stairs. That takes another hour. But once again, you are not
Holy
tired.
crap.
Your stamina is completely unaffected. And you make
Is
it
this
back
building
up
the size
to-
of a city?
Yes.
It's a
It's
it's a
huge.
tower that stretches up past the clouds and just seems to keep going.
It literally has a Titan
So,
and
you
dragon
guys-
and crystal
wow.
in it.
You guys make it back to the main foyer as you feel the potion begin to wear off.
Wonderful timing.
You step out into the hall, and there are several guards sat waiting for you to, come through.
Of course.
You guys currently stood at the door would see Vizier Tassam talking with another group. A small feline child stood with him. And they're having a back and forth conversation a moment before the group leaves and Vizier Tassam ushers the small boy away.
Hey, Vizier, what's going on?
Nothing. Just dealing with some business, you know how it is. So, I take it you guys have finished your information gathering? What can you tell me about this Durigan?
Right.
Wow, what
He's a
can't we tell you?
Douche bot. He sucks. And he's murdered
sucks.
lots of people.
He basically wants to kill everybody here except for me and
He's
He's
gonna
gonna keep
Happy.
murdering more people.
Yep, gonna keep going, and
We're number one's on his list.
we are quite
Well-
really, really high up on the shit list.
Have
Like,
you heard any news?
You
from
guys
you know,
are.
stage one.
Winston. I can go check if you want.
Yeah, I'm kind
Please.
of curious as to what's happened there recently.
One moment.
Just
He
past couple of
walks
days.
over to one of the large windows set in the stern that then passes. The windows aren't all the way through, they're basically to the diamond layer. And he walks up to that, and he pulls out a piece of paper. You see him write something down on it. Takes a moment, throws it in the air, and it just vanishes.
Oh,
He stands there,
Hey,
and then another note in a different parchment just down in front of him. He catches it. There's nothing wrong with Winston. Why?
Huh.
Nothing's wrong in Winston.
No, apparently there was some sort of musical festival, but other than that,
Did it say anything about who won that music festival?
the Spunked Orchard. What name?
That's the greatest thing in the world, my friend. That's us.
Unrolls it again.
Looks at this motley crew.
I'm not gonna ask you how you got here so
it was
fast.
a long few days. It was a long few days.
That
And
was
Um,
pleasant.
make sure that you don't tell anyone that you were the ones who just arrived here.
you got it.
Yeah, it's probably wise.
Ixnay on the Adjic May.
It wasn't any
Already
of
way
us that
ahead of
used
you.
it.
Yeah, we
What did he
haven't-
say?
Yeah, we didn't do anything, so to speak.
Still,
That's
better safe than sorry, my friends.
Fair enough.
Yeah, he's got a point.
You then
Right.
hear this resounding, sounds like like a church bell ring out. And Vizier looks up. Well, that's the king wanting me. Is there anything else you need?
No, I think we'll be
Yeah,
on
we're
our
good.
way. Thank you.
Thank
Is
you.
there any way we can
Alright.
contact you in case, we find something else?
actually.
One moment. He reaches to his side, unclasps one of the many, belted chains that he wears, and pulls out 3 scrolls that look like the one he had just used, and hands them to you. These are sending scrolls.
Thank you.
You just
Be sure to
think
let-
of a person you know, throw them.
Appreciate it. We'll let you know if we find anything else or if the tower's in danger or whatever.
I'm glad to know that we have someone outside of Elon looking out for us.
Yeah, well, Durgan's
Anytime.
bad news for everybody, so.
True that
Yeah.
indeed. I will give counsel to the king and hope that he heeds my warning.
Alright.
Best of luck with that.
He shakes each of your hand, gives you a big slap on the back with the big, key enforced hands.
Oh, I am pretty sure I just had a vertebra dislocate.
Turns around and starts walking off to the stairs. It's just it's like Ganondorf meets Ganondorf meets
I'm back.
Arnold Schwarzenegger in his prime, just thick muscle, walking away with all the chains draped over him.
Alright.
Should we head back
Shall we
to
go
the
meet up with our
Cryptastic
buddy?
Inn?
No, let's not
Pretty
go
sure
back
we
there.
shouldn't go back there.
Alright, yeah, let's just, let's head to the edge of town. Maybe find a mercenary outpost. Maybe somewhere we can pick up some work, because, let's face it, we are not ready for any kind of interaction with Durgan. We will get ourselves killed.
How far are we from the
We
tower?
need to get stronger. We need to practice. We need to
From
do
the
something.
coast, you are maybe
We need
5
we need
days
Emerald
ride
Tricks.
out.
And how many cities are between us and the
What?
coast?
We need Emerald Tricks.
1.
There-
One
is there-
more city?
All the shushing. Sorry, I'm trying fucking map. I'm trying to zoom in. It's not working. Mugen. Mugen is the
Wait.
only town between you and the coast.
Good enough.
What are you thinking, Pink?
Well, we could start trudging our way through town, or to the next town, see what we can do there, and then make our way to the coast.
We could probably catch a carriage on the way there. Save ourselves some time.
But when we get to the edge of town, we should probably play some music and get Epitrix to come hook up back up with us.
Is that how we summon him?
Pretty much.
Pretty much,
He seems
yeah.
to come around every time we play some songs. You know,
Hmm,
kind of
fair
like our
point.
band, man. Pretty sure.
So you guys
are
are talking about this as you're walking out of the palace. Those guards are flanked either side of you.
Wait,
What are your
you didn't
guys'
say there was
passive
guards with
perceptions?
us.
Well, yeah, they were the first time. I said to you as soon as
11.
you went up the stairs that there were guards waiting for you.
Oh,
I have 11.
We are not the brightest bunch.
10.
This is the reason
Perception?
why Zerkron ended up as a whore. Don't pay attention. I said, what's your passive
Wait.
perceptions?
Oh, 15.
sure?
No, mine
You sure
is
about that?
15.
16.
11.
16. Yours is 11, you said?
Yeah.
Jessica,
10.
what's your passive
Same.
perception?
2.
I mean, don't
You're
just
muted,
absent. Oh. No, I'm
Good
not.
job. 10.
Am I really
So,
muted?
You guys talking about this, about Eblatrix and that. You then hear the tink, tink noise. You look over your shoulder and he's walking behind you. The guards haven't even noticed that he had appeared at some point.
Oh, jeez.
I
Ah,
guess we don't need to summon
well,
him.
that was convenient. We need to talk.
Yeah.
Is that
Some-
so?
somewhere-
Hmm.
We need to
Private.
go. Yeah,
Hmm.
I think the best place for it.
Well, follow me.
We can talk
I've
privately, psychologically, with his telekinesis or telekinetics.
follow me. I've got somewhere even better.
Oh boy.
And you would note that his as you leave, the wooden staff burns away back to that golden ornate one, and the blue flame is now much brighter and larger.
Oh, jeez.
Finally noticed Doubletrix.
So
What the hell, man?
I just wanted to make sure that you weren't about to screw me over in some way.
Mm,
I've been asleep for several hundred years, so you all know me a lot better than I know you.
True that.
That was my thinking. So,
Hmm.
yeah, we need to talk.
But, yes, follow me. And he leads you out to an alleyway, and
Oh god, he's not going to blow us, is he?
using... I know it's fucking here somewhere.
God, look at that spell sheet.
Yes, here we go.
We're going back.
Using 2 of his souls that he has acquired, he, while nobody's around, clacks the staff down. You watch the flame dim as a little line of fire creates a doorway, as a solid oaken door just appears in that space.
All right.
After you. And he pushes open the door.
Well, then we go, I guess.
Okie dokie
That is
then.
the coolest thing.
Mm.
you
All right.
Oh god.
don't,
let's
you
do
don't
it.
think he's going
I'm
first?
sure.
Let's do this, guys.
I shuffled through
It's
the
a-
door.
You shuffle through the door, and you would be greeted with the most opulent mansion interior you have ever seen. Solid, solid glossed marble floor, golden filaments, and at the back on a giant banner is a woman's form embossed in glorious paintings. From that, you can see several ghostly figures floating down from the stairs, all in butler's garb, awaiting command as they float up to you.
It's
Fancy.
nice, but a bit much, in my opinion.
Immediately tries to leave.
This is designed. You just step out.
It reminds me too much of whatever his name is, the labs, his mansion.
That would have all been like bricks, like heavy stone, like dark stone.
Oh, okay, never mind then. If it's not similar, then it's fine. But if it's too
No,
similar,
this is more like a
This is
ritzy
nice.
mansion, whereas the
Yeah, this
labs
is
were more
nice.
like dank dungeon.
Gaudy.
okay.
Hold on, I'll be
Yeah,
right
the
back.
labs were
2
more like-
seconds.
Think of this is like, a 8-star hotel, whereas the labs is like Newark Airport.
Okay.
This is a mansion designed from my own mind. If you require any new buildings or equipment in your stay for the night, then do ask me and I will create it for you.
That's amazing.
That's
Oh,
sweet.
and any of the servants that you see here can acquire food for you. And anything else you require.
Speaking of food,
Sweet.
we did manage to have a cookbook of yours translated. Would you like the original back?
Ah. Yes, I would like that back.
If you are going to cook any of that up, that otter would be a choice. I would.
Holy shit.
Very
Okay, I'm
As
back.
much as I think the otter's a dick, please don't eat his brains.
I didn't say
Wait,
it loudly. I whispered it to him with a wink,
Oh.
nudge, nudge.
This is a joke. Maybe.
Okay.
But Cora, essentially, this is a variant of. Basically, the spell is called Maud's Magnificent Mansion, but it is usually you put the name of the spellcaster before it. So this would be Eblatrix's Magnificent Mansion, and it's essentially it's a pocket dimension that only those he allows to see it can see, and only those he allows to enter can enter. The space is designed entirely through his mind and can be completely altered on a whim. New rooms can be created at will. Food and such can be provided by the ghostly servants that roam. But things can't be taken out. So it's like a case of, you know, like if you have like this 5-course meal, you can't take the meal out because the meal just vanishes.
But what about the meal that you consume?
Inception.
Are you hungry after-
That's still inside of you because it's been absorbed by you.
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
Okay,
that's the
that
case.
is
I
good
would
to
like find
know.
someplace nice and warm, and a really
But really, what?
heavily
You cut off there.
alcoholic beverage.
Snaps his fingers, and two of the ghost servants float off to go prepare you some booze. As he looks down the hall, motions a hand out, and you watch a new door frame just into the wall, as you just hear like the moving of stone and pillars and all this from behind that doorway. Enjoy your spa room.
You the god, bro.
I will be.
Well, since we're staying here, we might as well. Usual, a room, some booze, and a bottle of that fucking Euclidean Starlight if you can. You ever had that stuff before? No. God damn it. Give me some fucking cocaine then.
He walks to the center of the room. With one hand, he's now like doing little idle motions as you now hear more of that sound of stone and, you know, things being created and crafted above from the upper floors. As he plants his staff down twice, you watch the flame dim a little as the ghostly form of Julia appears. And she just walks over to one of the chair, like a little rocking chair set off to the side in the lobby, and sits down.
Can we see her?
Yeah, you can see her in this space. After that, Eblatrix would just wander off down one of the other hallways.
Well, I'm gonna follow after him because we still haven't talked.
I'm gonna
So-
say.
Yeah, so essentially you guys have
head to my spa. I'm gonna say.
you guys have run as they mentioned. Yeah.
And then I'm gonna go to my spa.
She smiles and gives you a little wave. So you head into the spa, and it is literally like a really nice coal fire pit in the center. It's already heated, steam filling the air. And there's like a little pool for liquid, as well as a bucket to one side that looks like it's filled with magma. So you follow him along, and as you enter the door...
I follow along.
So you both follow him along, you enter the doorway that he did, and it appears to be some sort of, you know,
Astrolab?
the thing that's like the big dome that has all the designed stars in it to like, you know,
Observatory.
not an observatory, but astronium, something.
I think we know what you mean.
Big domed room, lots of stars and symbols embedded into this lit ceiling to cast light down as if it was starlight. And Eblatrix basically sheds the upper part of his robes and lays down on just these like big. Imagine several floored layers of just comfy, laid back, like seating, almost like beds. He's just laid back and just looks up at the domed ceiling. He hasn't even registered you guys following him in. Bless you.
Thank you. Sorry.
No problem.
Right. So, Eblatrix,
Hmm.
I know you were watching us in the palace.
Yes, I was,
And,
as I said, curious to see if you were going to turn me in or try to betray me.
Right. Well, I looked through those books. I saw what needed to be seen, and I guess I trust you enough. And yeah, I kind of lied to you when we went in there. I definitely went in. Well, I did not really lie, but I didn't say exactly what we were doing. So, sorry about that. But
Snipes.
I found out that, you know, as long as you stick to what you've told us as what you are, I guess I'm gonna go along with it. But the moment you do, I'm out. The moment you stop doing that, I'm out. I'm leaving. I don't want any part of
It's
it.
the same with Julia. She is not cast in shackles like the others. She can ascend at any time she chooses. The only reason I abide by these laws is because Julia deems it.
Well, I guess I've said what I've needed to say.
Who whispered that? That was creepy, Mum. Whispering good night to me. I think a sudden pregnant pause, and then you just go, good night, right next to me. Did you guys hear that?
No.
Yes.
Yeah, kind of.
Everyone says good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Where was I? I got a little...
Terrified.
I said
Julia.
what I needed to say.
And I will, hopefully, come to trust you the same way you have shown this trust to me.
Yeah, well, I don't really expect it, but, you know.
The last group that deemed themselves to be my followers allowed the white banner, the order of purity within my halls.
Yeah. But I know who they are.
But the past is something behind us, so all that is left is the future. It is foolish to dwell on those things, if not for revenge.
Speaking of which,
Revenge.
that clown. What do we have to do if we want to take him down?
I need a lot more souls for that. One does not just go up against a Fey Lord and expect to so simply harm one.
I would know.
Yeah, we would all know.
Hello, Afro.
So what do we have to do to help you get there?
You would know.
Oh, try us.
Come here. And he sits you down in front of him, and you would feel those tendrils on your head. They just sort of curl around in that as he gives a wisdom saving throw, unless you clearly allow him to do his thing.
Oh, all right. You know,
Let him do it.
all right.
Let him do it.
Okay, I'm just gonna let him do it.
Okay, so you feel the pressure of the tendrils as they like curl and tighten around your head some, as you suddenly just flashes of memory flow through you. And for you guys, it looks like he's snogging the top of his head.
You guys see me?
Squid head, like Zoidberg style, just like top of the head. But for you, it would be flashes of these memories as he is essentially partially devouring the memories. They become a little foggy and hazy to recall from this point forward because he's partially devoured them to know what you know.
Oh, great.
Nom.
So essentially, you know what happened and that, but if you try to recall specifics, it becomes a little harder and you'll have to roll for it.
Okay. Do I remember
But it's
the
like,
amazing
you
brain
still-
smashing?
Oh yeah, that's still there. It's just like if you went, I'm trying to remember what weapon he used to deal the final blow, or what hand did he punch with first? That all becomes blurred.
Oh, okay. Unimportant things.
Hey, that shit's
it's-
blurry
It's
normally.
like non-specifics become blurred. So he does that. He pulls away. Your head's now a little damp. You do actually get a brief look up. You get a brief look at like the beak beneath all those tendrils a moment. Nice. He was
Yeah.
toying with you.
Oh,
Hmm.
well.
Toyed with me for 2
Yes.
years.
Though I find it highly entertaining that you dealt a blow to one of his playthings.
Oh, yeah. We stole one of them and murdered the hell out of the other one.
Oh, smashing that one's skull in was something to behold.
Ooh, yeah.
He claims
Oh.
to be a pacifist. I wish I was in that room right now. I have so many witty things to say.
Hope you're enjoying the heat.
No, Pinky, all you have to say is muffs.
There we
But
go.
to take on a Fey Lord would require some power indeed, none of which I currently possess.
I understand.
So for now, I suggest you continue on your way, and I will follow as if an observer.
Okay.
Sounds like a plan.
Do you know anything about that knife he has?
Yes. The knife of infinitum mazus. It is a knife that only recently bore his name. It was a knife that would allow those touched by it to spend time in solitary, to be able to ponder upon themselves and quests they needed.
Huh.
But it was taken and perverted by him.
Yeesh.
Wait,
It
you're saying-
went from a place of solace and solitude, of contemplation and thought, to a maze of meat.
wow. Sounds like it would have been something really nice before that. I don't suppose if we got our hands on it, there'd be any way to reverse the damage he did to it.
The souls that reside within the maze have no mortal form anymore. But at the same time, they are not dead. They are trapped within that realm.
Kind of
Would you be able to liberate them?
Yeah.
Without expending my only wish spell, no.
Fair enough. Can't do everything yet.
Alright.
Then that spell will be used for the ritual.
Understood.
Right. Alright, well. I guess we should probably get going then. I'd like to get out of this country. As much as I love being completely powerless, without the law acting upon us, I kind of want to get to somewhere else. Somewhere maybe can get rid of that armor that's completely useless in my hands and get something better.
I'm gonna go get a sandwich.
So you wander off and you begin like idly wandering around the mansion, and you end up finding the kitchens. There's a small staff of those ghostly figures currently making what appears to be some sort of banquet. All of the food seems to appear from nothingness as they open like cupboards, and it just like is suddenly there, what they need at any given moment. As they are preparing like a full banquet, and two of the ghostly figures just turn to look at you like,
Have a sandwich.
They turn around and you see them just begin to make you a very simple sandwich. And they just like float over and offer it to you.
Thanks.
It's an okay sandwich. It's, you know, ham, a bit of cheese, there's some pickle in there too.
Good enough.
Sorry, I'm just quickly looking at this because I had a thought for travel.
We have a boat.
We do.
That's totally, definitely going to work on the sands of the desert.
No, we gotta get to the
She said it could travel over land.
I do remember. I do specifically remember mentioning land and sea.
Yeah.
I was sat there thinking. Oh shit! He has, excluding Julia, he has just enough souls to cast Fly, but he would be missing one person out.
Oh, what if he cast it on the boat?
Willing creature.
Well.
No.
At higher level,
we
you
have-
can cast this
we can just
spell
walk to
using
the
a spell of
coast,
4th or
guys.
higher, and you can target one additional creature for each spell slot above 3rd. So I can go all the way up to 7th with Eblatrix. So I'd be able to carry 6 of you guys.
That leaves
We'll
two
take the
out.
carriage. Let's just take the
That leaves
carriage.
2 out.
Let's
Let's
try
not
this
waste
boat out.
souls.
Well,
You
Sorry,
can't in the
yeah.
middle of the desert.
8 of us.
No, yeah,
But
true
you
shit, there is.
think it
Never
can
mind.
travel over land?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that boat can travel over land.
We want to surf these dunes with our boat.
We need water to get it started.
Yeah, we need
Oh,
water
yeah.
to get it
We're,
started.
we're still in
Oh,
town. We
okay.
could literally pick up a bucket of water in town at the edge of town.
I like how. Let me remind you. The quote was, "It would allow you to become masters of the land and sea." Does not directly correlate to you can drive this boat on land.
Please, it could be like one of the highlights of this entire game. We drove a boat on land.
We
Sounds like you just ate sun.
Is that like a new
He's gonna make it so the boat fails
with
on land.
engineering ingenuity. We can drive the boat on
Those
the
are
land.
engineers. Wait.
Huh?
Oh no.
Oh God.
We know a dwarf.
We do.
Oh, no. You know a dwarf.
A blacksmith to add wheels to the boat.
Yes.
No.
Jesus.
All right. I'm gonna collect everyone in the lobby of the mansion.
We do need to go pick up Deck.
No, Deck is already with us. Yeah.
Oh, I
No, we
thought
picked him
you
up a while
were
I
ago.
picked them up already.
Clem and Deck are
System-
just NPC'd. They're both currently Bethesdaing it up as they try to walk back to the lobby with you guys, get clipped into a wall and sort of fall through the universe. Clem picks out the wrong sound file and moves.
No!
Yeah, so get everyone back to the lobby.
Nobody tell him this. I'm just going to start mooing at him every so often from now on.
What about Dak? He's still fighting the bee, right?
He's still playing with the bee. Oh, Jesus Christ, I am sorry. My brain is completely farting because of all this. Calix opens the door to the hot spa that you're currently, like, splayed out in and enjoying the hot.
Come on
Mom,
in.
I am not going in there. You're coming out. We got to get moving.
Are we sleeping for the night?
It's the middle of the night and you want to get going.
Yes.
Come on, let's go to
Why don't we
fucking
just
bed for
long
a
rest
bit.
and then go?
Eh, fine.
I thought
I'm
that's
getting
what the plan
smashed.
was. That's why fucking
That's what my
Eblatrix
plan
spawned the fucking mansion. He wasted
Fairly
a
sure
bloody
that's what
goddamn
Gallium's
spell
plan
for
was.
this.
Forget
He
it.
wasted-
Fine.
he wasted
Fine. Enjoy the
a-
night.
Is it
He wasted
Appletrix?
he wasted a 7th level spell for you to waltz out in the middle of the
Oh my
night.
god.
And go back to her innocent.
Okay, forgetful.
That's 2
In it-
fucking souls he used up for this.
In his defense, he can long rest while this is happening.
Alright, fine. Forgot. Just...
Sir,
Ivor, where's the
Hey,
booze?
Calix. Hey,
you
Calix.
Can I
guys
find-
are treated... Well,
Oh, we're doing something first? Never mind.
what do you want to do? What do you want to do?
I wanted to make that freaking clockwork mechanism already.
Yeah, sure. Give us
can do that
a
during the
sleight of
rest.
hand check while you're doing the
Sleight of hand?
before the long
That
rest.
what you use for making things? Yeah,
Okay.
whatever.
It's to do with tinkering and that, and sleight of hand uses
Yeah.
dexterity.
Fair enough. Whoop.
That's cocked.
16.
That's cocked. That's cocked.
Cock.
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 There you
16.
go.
Oh,
That's
nice.
a 16.
Plus 18.
18. So you do actually make that little clockwork mechanism.
I attach my dagger to it.
It's you attach the dagger to it, so it can now
Attach-
like
attach
slide
the
forward and backward a little.
Attach the mechanism to my wrist.
You attach
Oh
the
my God,
mechanism
you
to your
D&D
wrist. You currently have no
Christine.
firing mechanism, and you have no like activator mechanism, but you can just palm
Wait.
and go like. Whee.
Wait. No, I think I got this. Let me check my
Wait,
equipment
is
for a
this
second here.
Is this a friends only play area? 'Cause I was
Yeah.
about to say, like, if couldn't somebody come in?
Boom. String. I got string,
Oh, okay.
guys.
So I was about to say, 'cause somebody could just come in here and ruin this. I mean, probably not, because it looks. Oh, never mind. Like,
You're
it has
interrupting something.
Congratulations,
like
you've proved
Yeah.
your own point.
You can watch it
You can leave him.
If you want to watch, that's fine, but
I'm sorry. I apologize. I didn't know you were playing here. Yeah.
Stop
Enter
wasting
the
space
booth.
on my computer. I have to record this. Thank you very much.
Back on track.
okay,
Alright.
string. Gavel, bang, bang, bang. You've got
I
string.
apologize.
I attach the string to the mechanism and to my finger.
You tie it to your finger. You put your hand back and it slides out. You feel like if you tried to stab anyone with this, you would probably break your finger.
Fuck, I need to add a lock to it. Oh well.
Also,
It's
now
kind
you've
of a
got
cool
an
idea,
active
but keep
mounted
working
fucking
on it.
machine.
Yeah,
Eh,
you've got the start of it. You've got the start of it.
it'll take a bit more
If you
work, but I
figure
can
that
get this
out-
working.
If you figure that out, make me one too.
Sure thing.
Because the whole group ends up with a fucking wrist blades each.
It's already got one. I'm already jealous of that.
He's got a wrist sword.
One of the few. It's one of the few devices I
And a
liked to make
wrist
back in the
crossbow.
guild.
Nice. Anyway, Ivor, where's all the booze?
Sir,
The booze.
You guys.
The booze room.
you
It's the
guys,
booze room.
you guys are invited by the Ghosts and Eblatrix to the dining hall where you guys spend the night having a fucking amazing dinner.
I eat another sandwich.
Driftwood is finally let out of his little mirror prison, mirror hole.
Is that a goose?
Goose.
Where's my bookie?
It's in the closet. It's in the closet.
I'll get you it.
Oh,
Deck press start to join.
Yeah.
Hold on, there's my sheet.
Also, Goose, I will send you a link to this video file so you understand what's going on so far. I'm recording this for my VR.
Hey, Goose.
Oh, you're recording?
Okay.
Hey, Electro. Okay.
Hopefully you've got the occasional fart noises from me and then.
Should I?
Oh,
I
yeah,
start
no.
the stream, or we foregoing that for now, or?
Ghost has already been doing it.
Yeah,
we
so
spent-
I've got this
recording.
one.
I'll let you guys
Alright,
be.
we spent 2 hours reading books. Why are you jerking off the fingers?
I am very bored.
You take.
Dumb shit we do.
Okay. I'm
So,
gonna go ahead
Cora,
and start my
do you wanna
heater
give-
and get my food because I literally just got home.
I was
Can't
going
wait
to
to
say
get a
Cora
free
giving the quick rundown, but
Hold on. Wait. I literally just got home from a haircut and everything.
I know that's why I was saying I was
Alright.
about to
Give me
say
the-
Cora do that, but
I want a
Give me the
picture
rundown.
of
Give me the
your-
rundown. I'm good. I'm listening.
Jealous?
Okay, here we go.
Of a female
went to
jacking
the
off her
palace.
fingers?
Okay,
Your
no.
palace.
Goose went to the palace. You got a crossbow arm because we felt bad. We found books on
In your
Durgan. Found books on Durgan.
That's
We
how it
read them.
works.
There were
Okay.
memory gems. We got
Memory gem.
memories of the people Durgan killed. They happen to be our ancestors. And he said he's going to kill everyone who bears their name. That
Shit,
means
so
us.
fuck.
And now we're in
Yes, wait.
Edwardtrix's magic house.
Wait, but
and we're having
how
cool dinner.
ancestor if robot?
Not
Because you bear the name of whoever made you.
Yeah, just contact the
Oh,
manufacturer.
I see.
the
so
names
Dell.
you
Got
guys,
it.
the
Mr. Dell.
names you guys found, the names you guys found, you were only looking for things that you know of. You don't know his fucking creator's name.
Yeah, we don't
There
know
were
his
more-
name,
shit, we
but
got
as far as
minifigures?
we're concerned.
Yeah,
Hey,
look,
put me down.
yours is here.
Oh, what?
Wait, hold on. So you mean Deck doesn't have a tramp stamp of his serial number and manufacturer and didn't come with a receipt?
Oh, it's got a
Damn
fucking
it.
duster. That's
You've
actually
gotta
kind of
get
what
one
I
of those now.
look
You have
like.
to get. We have to take you to a Buell and get you one.
A duster? Yeah, well, that's what I want
Just
to
like
get
a
one because of
sick-ass
what's his
duster.
name. Because of what's his name. He like influenced me to want
Yes.
to be like him. Yeah. Even though I forgot
Transmission.
who he is, there will be something in my brain that just instinctively wants a duster.
Okay, but yeah, that's basically what we've gotten to. And now we're in
You guys-
Edwardtrix's magic mansion and we're having dinner
Yeah,
and getting
Oh,
smashed.
cool. So we're just hanging out. Great.
yeah.
By the way,
You will be able to watch it back on the video after it's done, but you've gotten the gist of it now. So.
by the way,
Anyway,
is he
yes,
able to
you all
make
sat down,
new
dinner,
creatures?
food, yum. New creatures
Yes.
in the.
He's
within
able to
this?
create people in here, right?
Pretty good hot
Oh.
box of pitting.
Just stop masturbating the knife. It's really distracting. But
Keep
basically, that's
masturbating
what
the-
happens. He creates the creatures. They ghostly renditions of the creatures. They get killed by the staff, made into food.
Oh, I was asking for
disturbing.
other reasons that Chirk
Well,
would
yeah,
like.
because it's like, oh hey, look, I've made a cow to be made into patties. You know,
yeah, you fixed it. Thank you.
no problem, buddy.
Wait, wouldn't I be like talking to his
crap.
mind if I talked to one of the ghosts there and just had a conversation with it?
No, they're like a separate thing. The only thing he has like direct control over is the
Existence.
environment.
Okay.
Oh crap! I have pittance.
You have what?
Okay, so
I have pittance.
dinner.
Yes, you all eat dinner.
Just in
It's
time.
fucking
Spikes for
great.
climbing.
You guys get completely sloshed with booze
You guys do.
And other.
and fall asleep in some of the fucking nicest beds. Because this is made entirely to Eblatrix's specifications, so this is like the fluffiest beds, the comfiest pillows, you know, 4-post bed style shit.
I lean in the doorway of one of your guys' room. Are you supposed to sleep in those?
Yeah.
Yes.
They like
Lay down in
swallow
them,
you
they all
up.
Wait,
or-
why are you in my room?
There's actually little trap doors between each of the rooms, so he's just poking his head through one of the trap doors.
Yes.
Spooning would be funnier.
Also, now that Cher's left us, I'm claiming spooning rights.
Where's
Jesus Christ, this
Did
sucks,
Clem
then.
not show up?
He was here. He's going to buy a
Buy
car.
a Jeep.
Sorry,
Oh,
a Jeep.
car. Ooh.
A vehicle.
A vehicle.
The Huckle.
Anyway.
It's very specific. It was a vehicle.
He's gonna buy an
So,
ornithopter.
yes. Morning comes, and you guys exit the mansion, and the doorway just out of existence behind you all. Eblatrix, donning the ring, back on, the flesh returns to him. He puts the robe upper part back on and throws the hood over.
Right. So we head for the coast.
Yep.
Get out of this magicless country.
Why not?
To the coast, we're heading to the coast. Gonna go to the coast. Gonna get on our boat.
Boat.
Yes, boat.
On the
Also,
march,
you're wearing
fine
the bee as
vessel.
an afro.
Yes.
The bee is kind of like clinging to your head because you keep petting it and it's entirely lazy, so it's using you like a little mount.
By the way, Goose.
Name him?
Did you
Name
name
him.
the bee?
I did. I don't remember his name.
You probably named it like B or something.
I know.
Barry
Have we even
Bumble.
checked the sex of the bee? Is that even important?
Why would
We
we
don't
check
have
that?
I have no fucking clue what the sex of the bee is. None of you are horticulturalists.
Good point.
I highly doubt that will ever matter.
By the
Let me
way,
ask you
we're
guys
trying
one,
to.
just out of character. Do any of you actually know how to tell a difference between a male and a female bee?
No.
Yes, actually, there are two
Kind
different
of.
types. So you have the male drones and you have the female workers. Normally, it's
Yeah,
the
but how do
female
you
workers you
physically
see.
tell them apart.
The drones are
This
generally
one's a
bigger,
bundle, though.
larger, and different
Ah, the workers are
style.
bigger.
Go
Well,
scratch
do you
out the
wanna-
honeybees.
Do you
This
want
is
to know the
a
best
bumblebee.
way?
Drones are
Do you want to know the
smaller.
best way to know? One that you can know immediately just from a glance, no matter what age the bee is. Males have 3 stripes, females have 2.
I knew that.
Yeah.
Totally, definitely knew that. I was getting to that part
I
though.
didn't.
So, yeah, there you go. Little fact.
And
little
males
bee
can't
fact
evolve
for
into
you.
best the queen.
Right, anyway.
Yes. Flap. It's morning. You guys are in the town. Eblatrix following behind. Bee currently on a giant mech's head. What are you gonna do?
Let's find a caravan, get ourselves to the coast. What do you guys say?
Works for me. Works for me.
Faster than walking.
Let's do it. Okay.
Faster than walking and cheaper than putting wheels on a boat.
Sure, give us perception checks as you guys wander through. Trying to find like somebody to ferry you and cart you along.
Oh,
Yeah.
I got a 14.
Where's mine?
Oh, that was
11.
Alright,
11.
there we go. Yeah, okay. Let's see.
I got a 14 too.
What do I get
Oh,
for
no.
a 1?
Perception?
Yes.
Breeze blows by, knocking sand into your eyes.
22.
Can I turn it to glass?
22, nice.
22.
Oh shit! No, that is a thing. You now have shards of glass in your eyes.
Shards of
You take 1 point of damage from the shards of glass. It's just like, oh shit! Curse my fiery nature.
Oh my god.
10.
Okay, so you guys search around, and you find a stable of sorts. It looks to be some sort of like ferry service, you know, between the towns and holds and camps and such. Thing to note is it's a very large carriage of sorts, big and flat, imagine cargo trains, like a big thing like that, huge and flat. But instead of wheels, it is like a bobsled, just like two pieces of metal upcurved to carry it. And at the front, instead of horses, about 12 large lizard-like creatures, almost gecko-like, with big flared, neck frills.
Argonians.
These are things that Volcan was afraid of.
No.
Vulcan's afraid of
No,
kobolds.
he's afraid of kobolds.
Oh,
Kobolds are small,
yeah.
two-legged dragon creatures. These are the old stream team describe basically went, oh, so that thing from Star Wars Episode 2
Oh.
or 3, the gecko
3.
thing.
The thing that Obi-Wan rides around.
Oh,
Yeah, but not
Yeah,
as
it's 3.
dumb.
Okay.
I was
Great.
dumb. Was able to keep up with Grievous's speedster.
Grievous, most underappreciated character in that fucking movie. The movies that didn't exist.
20 minutes.
Didn't fucking exist, those movies. Anyway,
Let me sneak into
yeah,
the base and then jump in the middle. Okay, we're gonna stop.
there's several people currently sat on what equates to what is a single bench in the center of this large platformed piece. And there is a feeling currently at the reins and another walking back and forth, basically taking gold from some of the people that have sat down on the cart.
Right.
What's the next city? Between us and the coast?
The next town is Nugan.
Is that the town between us and the coast?
Yeah.
Wait, are we in the caravan or did we finish the caravan?
No,
We're about to get on.
Ah.
Negotiate our fees.
Oh boy.
So the one collecting the money, I'm gonna walk up to them and ask them what the fee is to get to the coast.
Fee is 2 gold per person.
That'll get us all the way to the coast.
That will get you to Nugan.
$2 gold. Is there 2, 7?
There's 8. No, 9.
2.
How is there 9?
So,
Because
Eldritch
there's 8 of us and then Elbatrix.
Oh, yeah, true.
There's 7 of us.
Yeah.
I don't think. Pretty sure Ebaltrix is hiding or something.
Oh, wait,
8.
no.
8 because you don't have chair anymore.
Oh,
What
yeah.
happened? What was his farewell epic? What happened?
Smashed, then he left.
Yeah.
Oh, but of course. Ebaltrix gave him a coin of return should he ever need to use it.
So let's see. About 14 for the 8 of us.
You'll make a noise.
I'm fucking tired.
Aw, Gally, I'm sorry, buddy.
I'm fine.
Of course he's tired. We spent 2 hours in the library.
Yeah,
All
guess
right.
what I'm gonna do in the morning? Spend
I'll pay you the
4 hours in
fee.
the library.
Here are the
follow that.
14 gold pieces that I
And then
owe you
another 2
to travel.
day after.
He takes the gold and he welcomes you, he immersions you on.
Alright.
So you're all able to clamber up onto the large
Sled.
platformed sled.
Is Ebaltrix visible or
Yeah, he's
Right
currently
now?
visible. There are
Okay.
quite a lot of stairs, and
I
as he sits
I
down,
wasn't know if he was
you
doing
would-
his
you
invisible
would-
thing.
you would note that the people that were on the sled actually get up and leave.
Good for us.
Well, as long as they don't charge us any fucking extra.
They already got paid for the.
Yeah, they ain't getting their money back.
No refund, bitches.
So there's a bit of a wait, and you could see people keep coming and going and not wanting to sit on, as there is currently a guy wearing dragon armor, a giant warforged, a guy who's on fire, and a fucking mind flayer, all sat on the same bench. So they're just like, give up after a bit.
I'll catch the next
So-
one.
I don't feel like dying.
The riders pull up, basically like skirtings on the side of the piece about hip height, as they set off the lizards, and they fucking gun it. As the whole world just suddenly lurches, you all take a moment to just adjust yourself to the sudden thrust, as it is just going. And the bow tip nature of the front of it, every time they hit a dune or a bump, it is just sand
Shit.
exploding either side to keep it straight and smooth, as it is just sailing through it. It almost does feel like you're on the
Awesome.
ocean with how everything is just going so smoothly like that. Oh,
Be like a boat.
along yeah, like a boat,
Stand up.
Yeah. I mean, you said sailing, so it's not like we're sailing on a dildo or anything.
performance check. We go sailing.
Gonna play a little tune for us.
Cock pull out his
Cock, that's cock.
It's cocked.
Singer.
Pink
try
pull
again.
out his thing. I am also
want me
going to
to
roll
roll
my
for you?
clashers and begin to play.
Seeing Pink pull out his thing. Oh dear.
Much better.
13.
That seems the grounds for an arrest.
6 is 19.
19.
I got a 24.
Oh, 6 on performance?
Wait,
Damn.
23. 23.
I still don't have an instrument.
Didn't they lose their singer, or are you the singer?
Play
Gallium?
the titty.
I'm the singer,
The titty
and-
drums.
With a 19, I start singing that
Play
some
on your-
bullshit.
What was Chur's
Carries
role? I'll think of
on.
my
You
big-ass
guys are
I have no idea.
dancing along as it's less like heavy metal as usual, as you guys are just sort of chilling and relaxing, especially after that really nice night's sleep. As the world sails by as you play a tune that you remember back from the sailing days. As you guys continue on for, surprisingly, it only takes you like 7 hours to reach Nugan. And as you guys come to the stop, the rider, who has been thoroughly enjoying the musical accompaniment, turns and goes, "You said you wanted to go to coast, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Pay us again and I'll take you. If you keep playing."
Pay you again, and you'll take us. You got a deal.
You give him another 14 gold, he whips it, and you guys keep going. Another performance check.
Because
Wow.
fuck you again.
20!
15. Oh, yeah,
20
you're
on
over
the
20.
spoons!
21.
7. No, 8. 8. I got an 8.
21.
Happy 8 day! I love nat
So-
20s on useless things like spoons.
Eblatrix, just a little clack of his staff, and it transforms into like a cello that he just like finger plucks along with the tune. So you guys have this lovely like shanty laugh and sing along. Even the driver gets in on it at some point once he catches like the chorus. So you guys are just like this rousing band rolling along in this giant sled through the sand as you are now seeing the coast in the distance.
I think we lost Gallium.
Oh no.
Oh shit.
Ivor fell overboard.
The galleon got eaten by one
Davy
of those.
Jones' locker, he goes.
Who made this room?
Batman.
It's extremely well done.
It is.
Thank you. It's not done yet.
I was about to say, you need to add the
It looks like
controls in the
a
control
super
booth.
fancy tabletop simulator in VrChat.
This
Very much
is
is.
Exactly
the
that.
dice and all this is an accumulation of horrors in my work.
Damn it.
Pretty nice.
It's okay. It's okay, Deck.
Don't worry. Once we get the collab project, it'll be better. We'll fix this.
Yeah, we'll make it so that Kurt can pass through.
Is this my microphone? Is it on? Hello. Yes. Hello.
Hello?
Hello, Yvonne.
We sadly don't have Richie in the booth anymore. He was actually sat over there earlier, and he was just sat listening, but he was just going all the way through it, just like
Tapping things.
Oh, that's funny. That's
tapping things and twisting dials.
Yes,
I bet
Gar's
it looked
card
really
in.
I bet it looked really fucking good in the
You don't even have a real rock
Oh,
band
I
there.
lost my fucking.
All right. Oh, we're back.
I
We're
do.
Back. All right.
Okay,
I
right,
lost my
so,
fucking
Okay,
connection.
we're back.
you
Let's
guys,
go.
I have a cylinder
Everyone
stuck in
else-
16
everyone-
pictures onto it because I'm
No,
lazy and I don't want to
wait,
put a rocket model.
We're playing a game.
So,
I'm leaving.
you guys have made it to the coast. You wave farewell to the driver, who calls himself Fertan. So he says, "Hit me up if you ever, return back to the capital, and he'll happily ferry any of you again."
Furphy.
Rock on, bro.
Of course, but as in more like you would happily go wherever you want.
Fair enough.
Awesome.
We could use some allies at this point.
Don't look at me.
Speaking of
We already got the vizier on our side, so there's
I
that.
just had a thought.
Alright, so. You guys ready
So
to
you
Fucking
guys,
amass an entire
Get
goddamn
aboard.
army.
check out
you
the
guys
plan.
see the ocean sprawling out ahead of you. It is imagine like a cliff face, but there are paths carved into the stone all the way down, so you're able to walk down to the beach below. Waves lap at the edges of this perfect golden sandy beach at the bottom.
Right.
It is just crystal clear blue seas ahead.
Looks like a good spot. Reach into my bag and pull out the gem containing the ship.
What's that?
I'll look it over.
That's our boat.
This is our boat.
Yeah,
I
we
won
get
it
to
at the
check this
Battle of
thing
the
out for the
Bands.
first time.
It has
magic.
a bar on it. A bar.
There's
Small
booze.
adventures.
You can get
Ooh.
fucking wasted on the high seas. What's not to
Anyway,
like?
wait.
Carefully looking
we
at the
get in
gem,
it?
you're actually able to see the ship.
Ooh. All
And a
right.
bit small.
Come on, chuck that shit in the water and let's see. Let's get this thing.
No shit.
All right. I hefted into the water, hopefully deep enough for it.
Give it a strength
That's
check.
yours. Shite.
Thank you.
9.
Enough.
Yeah. There's a brief pause. There's another brief pause.
Didn't she say we have to will it?
I really want a
I
fucking drink
am
right now
willing
from
it.
the bar. I want to.
As you say that, there is a sudden explosion of water as it has appeared quite a bit closer than you expected as this huge boat erupts out of the water like a rising submarine. Just
Holy
water
crap.
rolling off of it. You see the metal and dark red oak of the wood. It glistens and shines as ethereal white sails appear, like materializing, like imagine 1,000 butterflies converging together and becoming solid mass. It's like that as the sails just like shimmer into existence. And at the front of the ship, you see the figurehead of a dragon that shifts and twists a little as its jaw opens and then closes before relaxing.
Oh yeah.
The side opens up as you see a gangway plank just into the sand.
I waste no
Oh,
time
man.
and run right up that thing.
All aboard!
You run right the fuck up, and as you reach the top, as you're expecting soggy water, it is bone dry, awaiting you at your feet.
I am so close behind Calix that I'm practically getting kicked in the face as we're going up.
You're tripping over each other. Actually, no. Give us both of you. Give us an athletics check.
Oh no!
No, acrobatics. Sorry, acrobatics.
Can I scale the ship
Acrobatics.
from the outside? Just like climb up to the upper deck?
Acrobatics
20.
from you two. Athletics from you.
Are you serious?
Look.
Are we
So
all doing
acrobatics, not
athletics?
No, just these
No
two
way.
because they decided to run so close to each other.
Oh, okay.
No way, I'm leaving it. I'm going up after the madness.
Wait,
So what did you get? 3 and
20.
3 and 20.
What'd
So
you say I was going for?
start running up. You run up the top. You're doing athletics. 'Cause
Athletics,
physical upper body strength.
15.
Yeah, you clamber up the side pretty easily.
Thank you.
Like pirate style, you're just like up the side and up onto the. You almost trip over each other, but you manage to catch yourself, and Ivor catches himself and catches you, and you both like sort of okay. So as you all get up onto the ship, sorry.
Okay, what I wanted to do is kind of use the fact that I have spent quite a bit of time on the sea as a pirate and see how much I know about the ship and how we're going to sail it and thing that I would kind of recognize about rigging and all that fun stuff.
So looking across it, you would see that this is a galleon. It's a very large ship. This would probably hold a crew complement of at least maybe 30 people.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
It is huge. The mount at the front, that dragon's head, seems to be alive. It's made of wood, very obviously, but it is moving as if it were real. The rigging of the ship is non-existent. The sails are up on their own. And instead of a wheel at the back, there is just a podium.
Okay.
I gotta make my way up there.
Up where? Up the crow's
the-
nest? Up the captain?
No, up to where the wheel should be.
So you head
I'm
up to
going
the
down.
podium.
I'm going below deck to the bar.
I yell up to him
Okay.
that
I go
"That's
up to the
not your
crow's
place,
nest.
bro. That's mine.
Another athletics.
I'm glad I have 7 points in that. Because I don't need
Yeah,
it.
you fucking like monkey bar up that shit. So at the top with you at the podium, you would see that emblazoned upon the metal dais ahead of you is a map of the world with little bored holes along all of the coastlines, like little dots all across each of the coasts. And laid on the floor is a long pin that looks like it could fit into those holes, and a little handle on the outside with a dragon's head.
Right. I grab the pin and I kind of look at it and I'm like, Pink, get up here. Where are we going?
All right. So that's why I told you, man. I'm the captain of this rig.
As you say that, Pinky, there is a brief moment as the same way the sails had materialized, a wide-brimmed captain's hat materializes and thumps onto the dais in front of you both.
Onto my head that thing goes.
Is it
I'm gonna
fireproof?
burn it.
It's
No, 'cause
magical.
his fire extinguishes when it's like thingied. So as soon as he puts it on, the fire is like.
Yeah, I don't think they have Nomex clothes for me to wear, so my body
Why,
has to
why can't you
adapt
have
something. fire
fire dreadlocks? That'd be glorious. Fire dreadlocks and a captain hat.
Because I have awesome fire hair. So, anywho, I say we head towards Bofo Calise. I'm curious about that place.
Really? I mean, you don't want to track down any of these important people that we just found out about to help us.
What, you want to go? You want to go meet my mom in the frozen north? It's fucking cold up there.
Hey, why don't we
Got a
go
problem?
see my
Is that a problem
parents?
for you?
Where are you?
I have no idea where
But
they.
I left there for
I
a
have
reason.
no idea where they are.
Fair enough.
Great.
See, the thing is, this is the problem when you don't give me a history. I have to make
Yes, I
one.
know.
Yes. Your parents, the lord and ladies of the house that you call home, are currently at their manor in Rochdale.
Ooh, where's that?
Roachdale?
Rochdale.
Roach. Like the cockroaches.
I was like,
No,
That is a coastal
Roch
city
is
in
like
Seymour.
ROCH.
yes, on the far fucking side of Seamerson. Like,
We have the fastest
we-
ship in the world. Second fastest
Yeah.
ship in the world.
even the fastest ship of the world, we literally have to sort of take the long way around unless it fucking flies. And I mean, hang on, wait.
Hey, didn't
You're
Durgan
drinking
kill
the
those
whole time.
people?
what do you care?
I'm pretty
Does
sure
Does anybody
Durgan
want to
killed.
go?
It was
Durgan killed
300.
my
It was 300
grandparents.
years ago. It was his grandparents that would have perished.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
grandparents or at least great grandparents. That's a
Hmm.
while back.
That is a long time.
Mm.
So we need to learn more about them, I guess.
We can go to Rochdam or frozen shithole land that I don't want to go back to because it's cold.
Well, either
Hey,
way,
why don't we-
I'm sure we can find work and
Get a bunch
improve
of
our
people that
abilities.
don't believe in a good God and let them feed the soul furnace.
I see you guys
Yeah,
arguing
I'm
where to
more
go, and I
strong
call
enough
from
to
the
go there.
crow's nest. Are we gonna move this ship or what?
The mount
I
at the
grabbed the
front,
post.
the mount at the front would turn its head and look at you all.
Ooh. I put the post into Rochdale.
The purse slams in and the ship doesn't move.
Maybe we need to press
The
go.
the mount at the front stares at you all.
We're
going to Rochdale,
bitch. Move.
Its jaw clicks a moment. It just goes, "Well, if you don't want to talk to your vessel, then that's all right."
Okay. Holy
It
crap,
snaps
it
its
talks.
jaw- It snaps its jaw closed, and a puff of smoke wrenches out of the nostrils of it.
Immediately climbs
like
down the crow nest.
Everyone,
Oh,
I
I
would
wanna
like
back
you
up
to
on top-
make
top deck.
dexterity saving throws.
Yes! I'm proficient in that.
2. Wait, no,
So
it's
yes,
probably
we have
just
another sound engineer.
15.
3.
19! I didn't suck.
3.
14!
3.
Four.
Although I'm below deck grabbing a beer.
So
Yeah.
Who didn't get above 6?
Oh, I got a 9, but
Oh,
yeah.
Matt as well.
Yeah.
I got 3,
So
but I'm getting.
where is it?
Oh no. What's
The
it gonna do?
I don't know why I keep forgetting the 6 is a fucking square. Okay.
Because squares don't
You
have
don't
anything
take
to do
4
with
points
six.
of damage as the ship is just boom going. The whole air around you shrieks as everything is moving at high speed. You watch the coaster behind you just into a dot. You just see the whole of Ilong become like this fucking dot in the distance. As the sea, you are coasting that fast on this ship. There are no waves hitting the bow, as it is just the thin line. The bottom of the ship is just skating the water.
So this is
So
basically like
all you're
a
hearing is this
galleon-sized jet ski.
at the bottom of the ship.
Oh, that's fat. That's some serious fast travel.
Yes. I told her the fastest in the world.
All right.
Of course I can talk. I was designed to assist you and help you in your travels. But if I'm told to move, bitch, then I understand as well. I can be silent.
Very good. We welcome. Got a boat with an attitude.
Don't
I
mind
like
the
it.
mech. He's an ass. What's your name?
I currently have no name.
Oh yeah, we need to name the boat, guys.
We should name him Shippy!
Have a lady name?
I think we should call it. Lady
Boating
Facilities
boat
of
name.
the Ocean.
Captain.
Right.
Oh, great.
Great.
This better be good.
Let me think on it. I'll come up with a really good name for you.
Please, take your time. And her head sort of goes back to like a resting position as you hear her like creak and groan and become almost static again.
Dorvis! Just randomly shouting names now.
Sure. Meanwhile, below deck, you're currently having walked down the main hall to past several
Shit, it
doors.
has a
You've opened
fucking
several. You find one into a very large open bar that is windows all the way across the curved hull at the front. So you get this lovely view of the world passing by. You had picked up a whiskey that you had poured, put it to your lips. You hit the side, the glass shatters on your mouth. So you have like cut up lips as you stand up, blood just like trickling down your front. The whiskey that you had pulled from the safety set rack is just shattered on the floor, as with the glass as well. It's like loads of tables. There's a piano off to one side. There's even a built fire pit around a metallic base that looks like it could be used to cook, like barbecue style shit.
Ivo just stands there looking at, slightly bleeding from his mouth, just looking at the smashed whiskey with a look like a man who's just lost everything.
The boat is fully stocked right now.
Yeah, but come on.
Yeah, you have just lost one of the very nice, fancy-looking whiskies that is emplaced not just by the Queen of Flesh, but appears to be from a god called Polantris.
Hey, don't forget about the stinging of the whiskey hitting his open cuts.
Oh shit, yeah, no, that hurts. That stings.
Over damage.
Oh, that stings, but not as much as the entire broken whiskey bottle and all the whiskey on the floor that you can't
Take
drink
3
now.
points of mental stability.
Right.
You shed a single tear.
I'm gonna go look for. I'm assuming since it's a big ship, there might be weapons on board.
You give us an investigation check.
I was about to say, I would like to crawl down from the crow's nest as fast as, physically possible. Maybe hit the deck and get this armor off. Like, find
17.
the armory.
Okay. So, checking about, you would see that there is an armory. It even has like a small forge in another
What about
steel-plated section.
Wait, I want to go to that.
There is a full complement of cannons. There is about 12 on each side of the ship, including two bowler firing cannons at the front.
Okay, what kind of weapons?
The small aiming ones. Hand weapons in that. It's all empty mannequins and racks for you to use.
Okay, so it's basically just available.
Jesus Christ, I think we need to give
So
up
it's
the day
already
job
a
of
bow.
being
You
a band and
expected it to
turn
be a
into
treasure trove of
piracy.
weapons.
Yes. Oh yeah, Decidius,
Dry
I'd like to look for the armory as well to take off this armor.
Next to or behind
I got-
the head.
Sorry, guys.
Ask if you like the name Inkari.
Inkari?
Yes.
It's a stupid name.
Means
love it.
beautiful goddess. Fuck off.
You named the boat
I love
after a
it.
goddess.
Thank you, Captain.
It's
And
Norse
as
for
you hear
goddess.
that, you hear a plume of that same ethereal sound that came with the calling of the captain's hat and the sails. As the side where it just said, the Free Spunk Orchard has now been blazed away, and in its place now says
In Carry.
Carry.
I-N-K-E-R-Y.
Can you
R-R-I,
send that to me on Discord just so I can put it aside? Yeah. But it now says that up on the side.
I go down to the armory workshop.
So do I.
Checking there's a full forge. There's no metal ingots or anything like that, but it has the full set of tools and equipment.
Don't need it.
For making whatever you need.
All right. I take a hammer and reshape a piton into a bent clip. I have 10 pitons.
You sold those.
No, those were the nails
from armor chunks. Yeah.
Yeah, I sold. No, I for some reason I came pre-equipped with 10 pitons.
That's a part of your thieves' kit, I believe.
No idea what I'd use them for. Anyway, all right.
It's for climbing.
Well, I still have 9 of them. Anyway.
Yeah. So it takes you 3 pitons. 3 wasted pitons before you make the.
Sleight of hand is 18.
18.
There we go.
So it takes you 2 pitons before you're able to make the 3rd into the clip.
All right. I attach the clip to the clockwork mechanism in string. When I pull the string, it makes the knife extrude and causes the piton to seize the clockwork mechanism.
You have a hidden blade now too?
Give us a general wisdom to see if you've concocted this correctly.
It's looking good.
Yours is under here. Mine is over here.
14.
So it works. It's doable. It takes a lot of muscle to throw it out. So you're not gonna Assassin's Creed inconspicuously knife people because it's muscle power that's pulling it out as opposed to a springed mechanism. But it locks. It locks and holds.
All right.
You just now need to make some sort of brace for it to attach to.
I go below decks and find somewhere to take off this armor.
So, going below to the 3rd deck, 2 floors down, you're able to find what essentially equates to bedrooms.
Ah, sweet.
There's around 12 bedrooms in total.
We have rooms.
We get some
2 of
seafaring
which...
music?
Oh, yeah,
I'm sorry.
Sure.
No, it's good.
We need the Legend of Zelda.
Down on the sea shanties as we
Rovers.
blasted across the desert.
Something.
We need Wind Waker.
Or Wind Waker.
That's what I was fucking going for just now.
Still trying to figure out how to code an app that makes it so it plays the Spirit Track song when I'm driving, based on how fast I'm driving.
Do you have a thing for that?
No, but I want to make it.
Christ,
Oh, I was gonna say I want that with the Elite Dangerous FTL music.
I mean, it shouldn't be too difficult. Just access GPS.
There we go.
And just base it off that.
We're on a boat.
So, going
I remember this.
down,
This is from
12 bedrooms. 12 bedrooms. 2 of them are at the front of the ship, and thus are larger, master bedrooms. Both of those, the bar ahead, have windows that stretch all across it, so you can just see out into the sea as you move.
Remember, I'm the only one seeing this right now because nobody's explored.
As you're exploring the ship, you would note that you are moving at quite a fucking clip, as you are now passing by Azrat Pen and the Curse of Igraine. You can see both of them either side of the ship, just slowly moving like that past.
You fucking based this ship off of the one from Wind Waker, didn't you? Because it's got the wooden dragon face.
Yeah, it's talking.
No, I didn't.
Oh, you didn't?
Divinity.
Oh,
No.
okay. Okay. Are you sure?
The one from Wind Waker is a lion's head, by the way.
Is that Afro?
Huh?
Oh, hey, Afro.
So
That is
different.
I've been
Afro.
here all the time.
It's invisible.
Love you.
But no, the concept
Also-
the concept is based off of something from a very old D&D manual. You know, like
Oh,
one of the extensions. I basically changed it up a bit and then jiggered some things around. And I basically used the concept, not the layout or anything like that. So
Trying
yeah,
to be
you're now
like a green army man.
passing between Igren and Azrat Pen as you coast through. The world just ing by as you head for... Where were you heading again?
Oh, for
It
Gleason?
was
Rochdale.
Oh.
Rochdale.
Rochdale.
Roachville.
Anyone else want to do any more exploring? Also, I want you to take note that it has only been about 4 hours since you set off, and you are already passing.
I'm
Fucking.
gonna ask and Carrie where the captain's quarters are, even though I'm pretty sure I know where the captain's quarters should be.
Captain's quarters are just behind you. Motions back with the head, and the door just beneath, the podium section opens up.
I'm gonna go follow him. I want to see this.
So,
So
heading
thank you,
into
dear, and head inside.
heading into the captain's cabin, you would see that there is a very nice bed set out to one side. There is a full regalia uniform on a mannequin set out. Like captain's uniform.
Hell yes.
There's like wardrobes and
That shit on.
counters. There's there's little what the fuck do you call them? The things that use to judge distance, sextants, and all this is like a huge cloth map laid out, finely cartographed. There's a nice set globe off to one side, a window at the back so you can see out into the horizon, a telescope poking out of said window, and some sconces currently lit by what looks like fireflies held on the walls.
Awesome. I am
Wow.
on the captain's.
All right, so
This is important.
the captain's clothes. They are an 8 plus your Constitution modifier. 8 plus your Constitution modifier, and they give you advantage on all sea-based rolls.
Ooh.
So
armor class,
any skill checks and attack checks, 8 plus your Constitution modifier.
So that's 9 total.
Hmm.
So that's my total armor class.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine because it's
Yeah.
clothes.
Yeah.
And I get all.
And
I get
what
a
advantage
on all-
advantage on any sea-based checks, be it attack and skill checks.
Okay.
Wow. Well, you didn't have to strip down right in front of me, but fucking sharp.
Come on, bitch. This is where I belong. This is my people's.
This is my people.
If you say so.
You're technically like a freaking. Wouldn't you be more of like a Nordic Viking than a pirate captain though? Because it's like you grew up
But
in
I've been
the.
a pirate for a long time.
Yeah.
He's a
okay.
Norse Viking pirate.
Oh shit, dude!
Vikings were pretty much pirates. Just saying.
I know. It's just a different area.
Okay, so well, basically he's like
Right.
pirate squared. It's like
Pirate
it's pirate
squared.
this way, but he's also pirate that way.
Oh shit!
Right.
He's bisexual pirate.
That's a possibility.
Well, I'm gonna head down and see if I can track down those other quarters, because
So it's not that hard. You go down 2 floors, and you're able to find the quarters. Each one's quite sizable. They're not as big as the captain's quarters or master bedrooms, but they are still quite sizable. You know,
I'm
there's
gonna lay claim
areas
to
to
one of the-
sit in, tables and all that.
I claim
one
one
of
of the
the
bedrooms
master ones.
also.
I claim
I'm
one of the
claiming
bedrooms
one
at
of
the
the master
back.
bedrooms.
With a
So
bathroom?
yours has a similar setup to his, you know, the captain's one, but it's lacking some of the ornamentation right now. You can tell it was only the captain's cabin they put any of the like free stuff in, essentially.
Don't need
Right. Well, I'm gonna track down the armor that I stuffed in the shield, the Epicondраx armor, and kind of put it in there.
Wait,
just
can't
so
we
nobody
store like
steals it.
everything on the ship and then when it goes away, it still stays on the ship?
Do we have
That's how that works.
cannonballs?
Ask the ship.
Ask the ship. Remember, the ship can answer your questions.
You can make an investigation if you want to see if there's any cannonballs.
More
I want
cannonballs.
to take a look for cannonballs. Oh
Deck
shit,
wants his
5.
balls.
So fourth
Deck ain't getting
floor,
no
the one
balls.
below the one below everyone at the bottom of the ship. That deck is storage, and there are a lot of stuff in there. There's
Okay.
like lots of boxes for storage and all this. There's like parts to repair the ship, as well as like, you know, lots of planks of wood and, you know, like timber, metal pipe, like pieces and all this to repair the ship if need be. But there's so much here that you cannot be bothered to look through it all for some cannonballs.
Gotcha. Well, either way, we can shove some wood in it and fire. Or forks if we gotta.
Well,
I claim a bedroom.
Roll for initiative.
I will.
Oh, you guys gonna fight for the bedroom?
There's more than one bedroom.
I have an
But there's only one nice one.
statement
No, there's
that,
two
like,
nice ones. There's two masters.
I took one.
Jay's two
Oh, well,
cents
I don't want a
on the
master
YouTube
bedroom.
channel
Yeah, I don't want a master bedroom either. I'm at the very back.
Sorry, guys, shut the fuck up.
So Jay's
What was
2
that?
cents has a tech talk going on right now, and its title is AMD and Intel merge forces.
Oh.
Yeah. No.
Mhm.
That's pretty.
That's for
clickbaity.
mobile.
They
No. That's only for mobile processors. Don't. It's nothing to
Never
even.
mind. Okay.
No, they're just Intel's they're gonna release Intel mobile processors that have AMD GPUs.
Oh, okay.
Not nearly as impressive as that clickbait title makes it sound.
Oh, okay.
That makes
Jay's
sense
2
because
cents.
Intel were never heavily into the GPU
Yeah, he
market.
does that.
Right. So who's going after the master bedroom?
Integrated graphics.
Oh no, we don't want master
Can I
bedrooms.
just
We just want
normal
a
ones.
normal bedroom.
I will drunkenly stumble into it because I've mourned the passing of the whiskey, got another whiskey, downed a few, and I'm just stumbling around, wandering to and let's just
Gallium wanders through. You just see him with like 2 empty whiskey bottles in hand, pushes open the left door, and just into the bed.
Alright, so what's
Free
normal
booze.
bedroom like?
Normal bedroom is essentially a bed, cupboard, a small table with some chairs, like a cabinet, you know, shelves for whatever you need, and a large chest to one side. So it's not tiny. It'd be like the normal rooms are about this size.
That's huge
God, yeah.
for a ship.
Yeah.
This is a big ship.
Galleon.
Yeah, it's like 3 times.
It's a fucking galleon.
This was
That's
a
like
wish.
I know it was a wish.
It's a magically
Yeah, but
enchanted talking giant ship that moves at the speed of fucking light. What more
it's
do
a
you want?
galleon. It's half. It's like almost up to the length of a football field.
Alright.
Fuck
When
me,
I
this thing's
googled
huge.
galleon, it brought up something the size of the Black Pearl.
I need anything I need to put in there?
Well, I'm obviously
That's a
thinking of the
large
wrong
ship.
type of ship. Okay.
Well, there's
How the
something
hell am I-
above galleon.
How the hell am I
that's
supposed to
bigger.
be marking what I do and don't
Oh,
have?
I'm gonna
man
look
of
up
war?
ship classes right
don't.
now.
Because I don't carry anything.
Yes, thank you. Basically, I went for the
Um,
largest old ship type, and it was fucking huge.
Man of
Yeah, the
war.
crew
That's
complement-
what I was thinking of.
Yeah, it had like
I'll tell you, I will
a
say
crew
right now-
complement of around 30, and it was massive.
We are not complaining.
No.
We're just making sure things are clear. We're not complaining. We like the space inside.
Yeah,
No, yeah,
I
the
just
ship
thought it was
is
something
absolute-
smaller.
This ship is absolutely massive. So the hours roll on as you begin passing Luloy. You see the desert off in the distance. You're able to see the Cursed just like slowly rotating as you make a long pass around Luloy.
At some point, I would like to ask the ship if we can store stuff on it, and when it goes away, I'll stay on.
Oh, no, yes, of course. Anything that stays upon my decking will be taken with me into the gem.
I know this might sound
Yeah.
like a weird question, but, like, are you able to pass us stuff? So if I leave my armor here, you could, like, pass it out?
No, when I go into the gem, it's like time stops.
Oh. Okay.
Okay.
Can beans go into the thing with you? You know, like creatures.
Oh. I don't hardly know.
We should try that.
Yeah, let's try it with a sheep first.
Ship comes back out of the gem.
Sure.
Sheep is like all over the deck.
Anyone
just
wanna
like-
do any like sort of sightseeing and shit as you pass by these places?
I sit on the deck.
Do
I'll
we?
look through my telescope at
I
the
gotta sit on my bed and watch.
shoreline.
I'll watch from the
give us
crow's
a
nest.
Perception
I'm
check.
laying on my
Give us a
bed
perception
in a
check at advantage, Captain.
Alcohol-induced coma.
Wait. We do perception checks
That was
just
enough,
sitting around on the boat.
It's hard enough to
Yeah.
pick this damn thing up.
I'm sitting on the deck.
I'm sitting in the crow's nest. Just kind of.
It's because there's boxes here and that, so try and move closer to about here.
Ooh.
I got a
If you hold-
23.
If you hold
Wait.
right click before
Right.
left clicking, you get a dot that helps.
Perception, right?
One more
17.
advantage.
25. Oh,
Perception.
advantage. Oh, I know he
Yeah,
has
not you.
advantage.
Not for you.
Because he's got the
25.
the captain's outfit. 25.
I got a
25.
So you
23.
can.
18.
What's? Do you guys know your max distance? 17
Max
again.
distance.
Yep, 17 though.
No.
Perception
Your maximum
plus
like
1
perception distance.
is 1.
Is it-
How would you figure that out?
Know how much dark vision I
Passive
can see.
perception times like 100 or something?
I don't know.
'Cause that would be like 1.5
Well,
kilometers.
fuck it. You guys are able to see like the distant sands rolling past. You see a few ships. Throughout this journey, you've seen like several other ships moving slowly along their paths. You hear people calling out, and like some actually prepared. Like you hear like calls of like, prepare the guns! As you just see these ships just vanish into the distance. And like there was even one moment where you actually heard one of them manage to fire off a shot before you left distance. But you're going that fast. All you heard was like the splash of the cannon hit. But it's like they managed. One of them managed to fucking get a shot off. Like crack shot team on there. Boats of loads of different shapes and sizes as you roll across. You see on the edges of a gren, you see several large creatures, almost dinosaur in nature, fighting. You get towards Luloy, and it's those beautiful duned sea, like rolling sand seas you see. And as you head across the coast of Ebule, there is a brief moment where the ship passes through what is essentially like a barrier, like a magical barrier.
Wait, what?
Meh and Gerster, I would like you to roll a wisdom saving throw, please.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, baby.
Better pass this.
15.
Wisdom saving throw?
What did you...
1.
Okay.
That's a 1.
Okay. It's a critical fail anyway. So, Pinky, you got an 18, right? With your perception, didn't you? An 18.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
Wait. Wait, wait. Oh, he got. Oh, never mind.
Yeah. So, as you coast along Abule, you guys follow me a sec?
I had 25 was my perception.
Also,
Wait. Who?
Who?
All of you. I'm trying to fucking show you something, you clods.
Oh.
Honor.
It's the
You could
map.
have specified.
Usually when it's like come with me, it's kind of
You
like
guys are coming to around this part here, and as you do, Pinky, through the telescope, around here, as you've passed through the barrier, you would see another ship. This one, you have seen before.
Alright.
Jet black, about equal scale to the one you are currently on, with shredded black sails. This is the ship of the dread pirate lord Flint.
Oh,
Her name is Flint.
By the way, where did we start?
As you look upon, we started at around like 11:15.
No. On the map. Where are we going from
On
to?
the map. You guys started today over here.
we were from somewhere. Yeah, we crossed along.
Then you went to
wow,
Nugent, then you
shit.
went here.
Yeah.
Jesus
We're
Christ.
going here.
That's a
I
fast
told
ship.
her in our wish the fastest ship in the world.
Yeah, I mean, it's
We
basically
got
going
it.
to take us like what, a day to get from here to here, the long way round. Well, actually, no,
Yes.
that's a short way round.
Yeah,
That's the
yeah,
long
there's
way
no
around.
other way.
Distant
Yeah.
either way.
Yes.
Almost.
When
Actually,
you
I think
wished
that
when
way's
you wished for
slightly
the
longer.
fastest boat in the world, they fucking gave you the fastest boat in the world.
We can outrun
That's the
anything!
fastest flying boat.
The only way it could be faster is if it could fly or if it could go on land.
Well,
for the-
you know.
You guys specified boat, sir.
Why didn't you
That's all
just
we
wish
knew.
for a teleporter?
We should have
Oh wait, we don't
specified-
have those. Never mind.
We don't know what that is.
But
We
yeah,
don't know what that
We
is.
can
Never mind.
have one.
there would be something of note. The ship is abandoned.
What?
What?
Interesting.
You see nobody at the helm. The sails are canted as if they have been left idle for days. They're, like they've drifted to a side. The front part of the ship is beached.
Oh dear.
What's that wisdom saving throw for?
Yeah.
You'll find out.
You'll
I'll
find,
find out.
I guess that. I guess
I
I'm-
ask everybody
it's
if
15
you would
wasn't
like
good
to go
enough.
see the second
No
greatest
comment.
ship in the world.
This
Considering we're
secondary ship
standing on
looks like
the
shit.
greatest ship in the world.
Sure.
I'm in my bunk, so you're nowhere near
Oh,
us.
you're
I'm in the
I'm on
crow's
my
nest, so
ship
you're
in my bunk.
What
Oh,
happens?
yeah.
I'm gonna go.
by the way, that's something I forgot to mention. Pinky, from
Hang on a
your
second.
room, there is a little liftable flap with a pipe system throughout the ship. So you can talk into it,
Intercom!
intercom
So
throughout the ship.
I'm gonna tell Carrie that I would like to go over to that ship that I can see. I don't name it off the top of my
The
head.
obelisk is what it's
The
called.
obelisk. And also ask her if she can ignore any orders, anybody that tries to come forward. It's not us.
Well, I would expect that anyway, Captain. But yes, let us go.
Oh god, we're gonna
Hey
die.
guys, we're making a detour. This
Bard's
is gonna
gonna
be
get us
awesome.
dead.
You're gonna get us killed.
No,
Again.
This can't go. This can't go well.
I mean, hell, I rolled a 1. This is gonna go amazingly.
From below deck.
the
This
guy
is gonna be
that
an adventure.
all of
gonna
us
get
pirates
that it
think
is.
fucking fantastic.
How long did...
You give us a history check, Pinky. Give us a history check, Pinky.
Will I be able to throw an
You
armor
don't
real
have
quick?
any armor.
While
Yeah.
we make our way over there? Okay, I'll throw my armor then.
Yeah. Because the ship
I'd be
has to
able to-
slow down as to not slam like exceptionally fast into the coast. So
And also,
Will I be able to continue wearing my current armor?
yeah.
Can we ask the ship to do a
Alright, great.
Tokyo Drift style turnaround?
15.
I'd overshoot it here.
15.
Should I do with advantage
sir.
because of it's a sea history?
Oh, yes.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Let me look this up again.
Or Wind Waker.
Where?
Shit.
Ooh.
Yeah, 20.
Where's
Yeah, I have-
Captain's
I have
outfit?
put more Wind
Remembers
Waker
things
in front of
better.
Or sorry, 21.
21. You have actually seen Captain Flint once.
Okay.
When you were in Burfo Khaleesi, not Burfo Khaleesi, Azrat Pan, you were at a bar awaiting like your next, ship because the one you were on fucking sank in battle.
Thanks,
You were
Durgan.
waiting to get onto your next ship, and you actually saw the pirate lords in the bar, and you were able to catch a glimpse of the dreaded Captain Flint. And that man, you understand why they call him the Demon of the Sea. That man is like several-eyed, horned demon with like the mouth of a pulled-back, snarling wolf beast.
Man, you might sound like a nice
Clawed-
human so far, and then you're just like, nope.
fingers.
Throw the horns.
Yeah, you retroactively do that in the past.
That is
Throw the horns right now.
that is quite the appearance for a name like Flynn.
I know, he sounded like a normal-ish human, and then he's like, nope, he's a demon of some sort.
Oh, I went to
Well,
Treasure
Captain of
Planet.
Leviathan was
Yeah, he is a reference to Treasure Planet's Captain Flint.
Yes!
Which is also a reference to freaking Treasure Island. But,
Yeah!
Captain Flint, but yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't paying attention. Did you say something in reference to
physical-
Captain Planet something?
No,
His
Treasure
physical-
Planet.
Treasure
His,
Planet.
his physical appearance is based upon the Captain Flint from Treasure Planet. His personality is based on
That's
the
very
original
different
book's
result.
rendition of Captain Flint, aka I will flay you alive and gut you.
He's gonna get us
Oh, sounds
killed.
like the neighbours.
But
love
the ship
Treasure
cursed
Planet so
slowly into position. You would see the ship, the obelisk, all made of entirely black metal, fused from the pits of the 9 hells, all TIG welded and pieced together out of shards of dark black metal. The sails are black and shredded, look like they were made from some ungodly material that seems to abyssal any light cast upon it. The deck is barren. There is nobody on board.
Can I do
The
a
ship comes
perception check?
alongside. Sure. The ship comes alongside and it pushes out the gangplank to the other ship.
Before I cross the game,
19.
I am going to call out, ahoy, Lord
Alright.
Flint.
My perception.
Okay.
19.
So looking across it, you check every window, porthole, sight that you can. Checking down the side, you would see the front end is embanked. The water is still clear and calm around it. This ship hasn't moved in maybe a month.
Well,
And there is no sign of anyone aboard, even as you call out. Nothing.
good thing
I
perception's
was-
my expertise.
I'm assuming all of us have pretty much figured out that the ship has stopped and we're.
Oh, I called
Docking.
the little
Yep.
Intercom.
You did?
talker.
Oh,
I
okay,
did the
okay.
boxy thing.
Okay, well, I'm up at this point. I'm pretty much on top deck.
I was already on top deck.
Okay.
Hey, Dick, would you like to go say hello?
Are you insane? You're gonna get us killed.
Yes.
Be tactful.
What's that?
Be tactful. Not
Roger.
tactical. Tactful.
Well, sadly,
Rebels.
Roar is out of shots, so he can't
That's
be.
okay,
He
I
can't be
just-
that kind of tactful.
I just fucking run over and jump from the one ship to the other.
You're not using the gangplank. Okay.
No.
Uh,
No,
give
why
us-
would you?
Give us acrobatics.
Man,
Oh, it's an
I hope we
acrobatics?
have something to dredge him out of the water.
14.
14, you jump across. It's not that massive of a gap, but you just fucking leap it and slam to the other side. The whole ship echoes
Excellent.
throughout it as the metal on metal clangs into it. You wait. You listen.
I
Nothing.
casually walk over, joining him, joining deck on the deck.
The ship's
Deck on the
surface.
deck.
Ship's surface is
Deck DK, not
warm.
DK, damn it.
The ship's metal surface is warm.
Ooh.
Like imagine a nicely set radiator. It's not like boiling your skin or heat, like really hurting, but it's like you can happily rest your arm against it. Yeah,
Alright.
toasty warm.
Alright, I walk over the plank with him.
I join
I cross over as well.
them on deck.
I follow Calyx, bottle of whiskey
To
in
freak
hand.
them out, I fall to the ground and just go, ah.
Oh, great! It's
Give
retarded.
it a performance. Give it a performance check.
Oh, great! No, it's retarded.
Yeah, performance check.
12.
Perception to beat it. Natural 20. Oh, great! It's retarded.
Jesus, burning through all your 20s, Cora.
Why you keep
Think
rolling
you went-
20s on
dude,
useless
it-
crap?
I rolled a 20 on sleeping in the Mass Effect one.
What?
He did. Why is it like
pretty good?
Yeah. That's all. Why is it like every time like we
Well,
get fucking
that-
useless crap? It's like all fucking 20s
Actually,
and 15s, and then every time
funny
we're in battle,
story.
it's like, oh,
Funny
3.
story. Funny
What?
story. The books that we
Save
got
it
on
for
Durgan-
after. Save it for after.
Okay, yeah,
Let's
yeah, yeah.
continue.
Okay,
So you're
okay.
now on the deck of the ship.
I'm literally on the
It is
deck.
absolutely silent. You can see there is actually like a thin layer of sand from Buell and Luloy that's obviously like blown over it every now and again. So there's like a thin layer of sand on the bridge of the ship.
Weird.
Alright, why are we here, Pink?
We're gonna
Freaking
find
me
out
out.
if Lord Flint is here. I'd like to pay my respect.
I don't think anyone's here.
We're here.
Mm. I mean, I might be a little drunk, but this ship's fucking empty.
Is
I'm gonna check the
Albatross
weapons.
with us?
I check the captain's quarters.
Okay, so
Albatross with us.
Priority.
Eblatrix has stayed on the other boat.
He doesn't care.
Nope.
I just like to ask him if he sees if there's anybody aboard the ship.
Well, he's currently on the deck of the other ship, so you just call across and let's see.
Gonna make them waste souls, aren't you?
Yeah, souls don't come cheap, unlike cores.
He does not actually have a spell to see if there is more than you guys aboard. He only has
Oh,
True Sight, which
True
lets him
Sight!
see
Hold on,
through
hold on,
the
hold
floor.
on.
You
Wait,
activate
the
True
Think I
Sight.
do, though.
Does nothing.
Actually, you would see
Come
something
on.
with True Sight.
Oh, really?
Do it.
Okay.
The metal that you are standing upon rides and moves with the sight of like almost like faces and hands.
All right,
trying to
and
push
turn off
through
True
it
Sight.
like that. And it flicks back to normal metal.
Alright, that's what.
That's
Alright.
some demon metal to stand on, guys.
Wonderful.
Yeah, where do you
Okay,
think
hold
the
on a
ship was
second.
forged?
Great.
Somewhere.
In hell.
Oh! Sorry, I really should be using
Hold
my
on.
Dragonborn voice.
I'm going to cast Identify on the ship.
You cast Identify upon the ship. This is the Obelisk. It is a ship forged in the fires of the Nine Hells, commissioned by Flint, the dreaded dreaded lava pirates of the Nine Hells. He deemed it a worthy enough vessel to conquer the pirates of the living plane. This ship, under his or anyone he deems command, can teleport anywhere upon the plains.
No one's got a faster ship than us.
Yep. And we can't use it.
It is
Nope.
only
So I
those
relay
blessed
all of this
by Flint.
information. I relay all this
It
information.
also only follows the command of Flint. So if Flint was actually still on the bow, he could control the entire ship solo.
Wow.
I investigate?
We could tow the
What are you
ship.
investigating for exactly?
That's a good question.
I know
Yeah,
that.
yeah, that-
Goose, you said you wanted to look for weapons, so you can do
I
an
wanna look for
investigation too.
weapons.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, it's cocked. 16.
16?
Wait, actually,
Okay.
let me double check. No, it's just 15.
15. First deck is the weapons. There are cannons all the way along the ship, each designed in the shape of some sort of hell beast. Cannonballs rest beside them, but they seem like you actually get a weary feeling from them, like you shouldn't touch them. As you
Here we
walk
go.
down this section, you head down another deck, and it looks like the crew quarters, lots of hammocks and shit like that, and there are lots of discarded scimitars and stuff around here. There's some clothes, and it looks like the crew just up and left suddenly. So all of the shit is still left. There's playing cards, food that has been left rotted and just evaporated over time.
Any cool-looking hats and maybe a duster?
There is some pirate. There are a lot of pirate clothes, so you could probably find a pirate's like one of those long jackets that pirates wear, hats,
I wanna look
pirate
around for
hats,
one of
that
those
sort of
and,
shit. Something in your size.
17.
Oh yeah, you find a nice black and metal buckled one.
Yeah, black and metal.
Looks like it could have been for a Goliath or something, because it fits you quite well.
All right, I put it all this by. I put all.
So you continue along, and you reach the third and final floor for this ship. The decks are much larger upwards than the ship that you have. As you reach the bottom, there is a locked gate, and beyond it, past a wall like that, there's a doorway-shaped gap that goes around into the actual room. You just see gold that is poured out of there.
Does the gate look dangerous or like it might be cursed?
It just looks like an average gate.
Okay.
You
Can I
do
try
an
to pull the
Arcana
bars
check.
apart?
You can do an Arcana check if you feel wary about it. Or a Strength check if you want to just tear those fuckers open.
On the one
tear
hand,
those
I want to
fuckers
steal
open.
all of it. On the other hand, I'm worried that there's
Well, it's
some
only deck right now, downstairs.
Pirate Lord.
What the rest of our doing is. Yeah, exactly.
I'm still on
Oh,
deck,
that's
but I wish I would advise to not fuck with this dude's shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Having trouble math. Oh, 12.
12? Wow. Checking it over. No, this is just clunk clunk. This is metal.
Oh no, I'm prying it apart. I'm sorry.
Oh, prying it apart?
Well,
Yeah,
thank you for that.
you just fucking peel that shit apart.
Okay, I'm gonna walk in and take a look and see at the treasure.
Any of you other guys heading down at this point, or is he just going to go once on his own?
I'll go to the
Follow him 'cause
weapons.
He's gonna get himself
I'm
into
down.
trouble.
I
I'm
want to
down
pick
there.
up a scimitar.
Yeah. So you grab yourself.
In a imaginative way, because this is a ship that I have fantasized about being upon for a while.
You're just walking along it, pretending to be Flint, man the sails.
Well, I'm not doing that, but I'm imagining
In your
my
mind's
head
eye.
that kind of thing.
In your
Yes.
mind's eye.
I'm not
Yeah.
acting it out. I don't want
So
to.
you two,
I'm
you two are
following
now.
along, but I haven't done anything in particular. Because my desire to steal what's left open and is feeling a bit weird on this ship.
You managed to pick up a scimitar. You're following loosely along. Galleon, what are you doing? So, you guys are following loosely along. You're just sort of
I'm just junking off that I'm following deck.
It's step, 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 step. Step. Step, step. Step, 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 step. Step, step, step. Step.
Mind the
Step.
wall.
Step, 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 step. So you guys get down just as Deck has peeled open the bars. And just steps through. The sound of of gold crunching underfoot against each other. So, stepping through the door into the other room, it is piles of gold, rubies, jewels, chests half buried. And at the back of the room, nestled among the piles of gold, you see a large, dark reddish egg.
No. I'm gonna check for traps.
Okay?
I do look for traps.
I was about to say, we got
Five. Wait, it's
got
kind
that
of
thing.
cocked, maybe? No.
That's 11.
Yeah, I check for
You
traps.
got some nice investigation, boy.
I sure do.
Let's see, perception, is that it?
Or
Investigation.
Oh, hang on.
14.
Okay. 8.
So you manage
I don't
to
think shit.
find, as you are stepping in, you quickly grab Deck and stop him from
I said
heading
I'm
in.
stepping in there. Oh, okay, fine. Whatever.
Oh,
I
no,
risk it.
okay. You can shout across to tell him to stop.
Yeah.
You shout to it for him to stop. Deck, you come to a
That's
sudden
stupid.
halt. And looking down, you understand why, as just about chest height for you is a very thin, barely visible wire running along. And as you follow it to the to the right, where the wall had hidden it, you see a very, very large crossbow bolt. Like that. Several of them layered to just catch anyone of any height that walked in.
I kind of take a step back for a sec.
At this
You
point,
take a
I'd like
step
to
back.
see everybody downstairs, see what they're doing.
You wander down, you look down, and everyone's like gathered around the burnt open metal bars.
I take one last swig from my bottle and throw the bottle at the wire.
Dexterity.
I'm like, oh,
At
it's a slap.
disadvantage.
19. Plus.
You don't have to worry about the pluses. You pull back the ball. You stick out your tongue. You throw it. It spins through the air, hits the wire, and you just see as all these bolts are now embedded halfway into the steel plates to the left.
I walk up to.
Wait,
I walk up
we
to
need
Deck and pat him
we
on the
need
arm.
crossbow bolts to fire our
It's not you.
crossbow, right?
Oh, these are massive ones. These
Roger.
are like ship bolts. You know.
Never mind.
We should take them anyway. We can melt them down or something.
You would see it's made of the same metal as the ship.
Nope.
It gives you
Not
that
touching 'em.
weary feeling.
I grab one as a souvenir.
Not touching it.
You're gonna have to strength check that out the wall. It's currently half embedded in it.
10.
You ain't getting that shit out at all.
I see him struggling with a bolt, and I'll go over there and help him.
Right. Strength check.
Fucking
He's-
wasted, Ghoster.
I will.
Wasted spot. Arm wrestle, buddy.
Cocked.
That's cocked.
Ow!
That's a cack.
Oh,
That's a cack of a die.
You threw it right at my head. That's gonna look weird on this on the recording.
Reroll.
Oh.
That's also a bit cack. but it's
Critical
technically
success.
like
you
20.
watch him.
More
You
towards
watch him
20.
just grab it and just pull it out
27
like,
technically. No,
like a knife out of butter.
I hand it to you.
Thanks.
Does he have to check it for weight?
Respect.
Because that thing's guessing pretty heavy as well.
Yeah, it's a bolt that could pass into or through a ship, so it's quite weighty. So you'd have to more carry it like a staff or like a metal pole that you're carrying.
Alright, fine. I carry it like a staff.
Nope. Not touching it.
So you all, those who wish to, can now properly step into the room. You see all of the gold and the rubies and the chests littering about here, there, and
about that
everywhere.
red thing.
And the egg at the back of the room, currently half nestled in some of the gold.
That egg's a trap.
No, it's
Can I
not. It's an egg.
Arcana on the egg and see if I know what it is?
Arcana check if you wish.
Okay.
I'm gonna turn my true sight on and see if I can see anything at the egg as well.
Looking upon the egg, you would see that the egg is absolutely fine, but all of the gold pieces, the diamonds, and the chest, you would see tiny sigils resting over them. Just
guys,
a million tiny sigils all over the gold and the jewels, but
do
not
not
the egg.
take the gold. It's magically trapped.
Way ahead of you. Way ahead of you. Okay, so 17 plus 6. My brain's farting right now.
The
They're 23.
scaled
Right now?
exterior of the egg, the shape, and the size of that fucking thing, you're speechless. That is a fucking live dragon egg.
Oh, jeez. Oh,
Oh,
we got a dragon egg.
That is the last living dragon egg.
Isn't there a reason dragons are
Not
fucking extinct?
a wyvern, not a pseudo dragon, not a homunculus or anything like that. An actual bona fide living dragon. All of the others weren't killed by man or anything like that. They were killed by the primordial titans. That's why there's no dragons in this world.
Imagine we could,
Wait,
we could
have
raise it.
you told everybody that it's a dragon yet? I go over there, pick it up. We are keeping this.
Strength check.
Oh, don't fucking watch it just go. Oh wait, you're
9.
No.
You tried to lift the egg.
Ghoster's got really.
You tried to lift
9.
the egg.
I got a
You
9.
tried to lift the egg, and it's like.
The worst we can get is an 8 strength check.
You actually feel, as you are close to it, you would hear, and you would just hear this like sort of sloshed movement from the inside of it.
I woke up. Let's see if I've got any drunk strength in me. 15. Oh, 17.
17?
17.
No.
I want to try to pick it up again.
Fuck it.
Not even drunken strength can. Like, it's not even drunken human strength.
19.
19?
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be 21?
No, I have a +4 for strength.
You heave.
Oh, you have a +4?
Yeah.
You pull. Nothing.
Try it one more time.
Wait,
That'd be
that's
perfect.
right.
I'm gonna hold you right there. You doubt you're gonna be able to pick it up on your own. This shit is heavy.
Game crashed. I heard something about tiny sigils.
I'll pick it up if I can.
Don't pick up the gold because it's cursed with some
Yeah.
kind of
I'll
sigil.
give it a picky.
Are you
Give it a
saying
picky,
everything's
picky.
cursed except for the
I see
egg?
him trying to pick it up, and I'll help him pick it up.
21.
Appears that way.
21.
Cora figured out it was a dragon's egg.
20,
Like a real dragon.
24. So I'm gonna help you pick it up.
Shit, we're gonna fucking.
Together, both of you, with all of your combined strength, just managed to lift it.
What, the egg?
Yeah,
Yep.
The egg.
we're fucking taking
I
this.
go Super Saiyan and lift it. An 18!
So, are you going to take it back to your ship?
Yes. I start
It sounds
walking.
like a
Carry it
terrible idea, so
back.
of course we're going to end up doing it.
Back up the stairs. You carry it across to the ship, and you very carefully set it down.
Chuck it
And
downstairs.
as you set it down, you would note that the bottom of it actually has like slight, like almost barbed pieces of shell that act like a stand to keep it upright.
That's
We put it in the
convenient.
forge room to
As
keep
I
it
see
warm.
This, I say, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, you just see them walk past you guys and awkwardly slalom on the gangplank to bring this massive 5-foot armored red egg onto your ship.
It's a dragon.
You remind them that you know that this is the pirate Lord Flint's vessel we're on.
This is gonna replace the owl bear.
I say dragon. I dragonborn my ancestor.
Ancestor from the stain left in their underpants.
I'm listening to stuff I can't be.
Anyway. Sorry. Anyway, the ship told me when we put it into its crystal, it stops time. So we don't have to worry about it hatching.
Unless we're on the boat, in which, because, you know, if we're on the boat, we're
what
not
did you
in the
get for your
crystal
Arcana
and
check?
Time's working.
Use the restroom real quick, BRB.
That was, I think it was a
Go piss yourself
16
silly.
plus 6. No, 17 plus 6, my bad.
23.
Yeah. So you would know from like ancient scriptures and shit that dragon eggs would only awaken when they are given enough of their elemental positioning. And this one's
Yeah, we don't
red,
have
so fire.
Right, we don't have to worry about it unless Pink suddenly farts on it.
I'm not saying
Wait. Like that, I have a question. I've never asked you this in like however long it is I've known you. Do you actually fart fire?
no. But I can light them on fire very easily.
You disappoint me.
I'm over here cackling.
Go through, I'd have no pants.
Right.
So, is there any last things you want to do with Flint's ship, or?
I'm good.
I checked the captain's quarters.
You piss on the side of the ship. you feel sort of accomplished, but more like you just pissed in front of everyone.
I'm drunk. I don't get.
Do we have large tackle in the store? I'd like to search for large tackle in the storage of our ship, like large thick rope.
Right here.
I would like to
yeah,
bind the two ships together so we can take it with us.
No.
No.
That,
I'm not allowing you to do that.
that ship is like way heavier and way more powerful than the one that you guys are currently in.
We have a magical ship, though.
Not like faster, but that thing can fucking teleport and is made from hell metal. That thing cannot move without its.
The Pirate Lord Flint. It's not happening.
Okay.
That's the ship. The ship can't move without Flint's permission.
I checked the captain's quarters.
So, opening the captain's quarters, I would like you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh boy, you gonna die.
You better make a 20.
Nope. 5.
Oh
You
shit, you're
step
dead.
through the
Saving throw,
door.
saving throw, saving throw.
Saving throw.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
5 plus.
Plus what your savings, Rodelio?
What's my saving throw, Delia? Where's that?
It'll be under saving throws.
Hang on.
No, really?
Saving throws.
Top left.
5.
Damn, you have a good wisdom saving throw.
Wow, fucking stupid ass.
You
What
nearly
now?
piss
Oh.
yourself. Oh, in total? You
Yeah,
do piss
5 total.
yourself as you open the door, because just inside the doorway is a currently awkwardly placed statuette mannequin of Flint himself.
Oh my god, like legit.
Thickened metal greets you, outstretched hand, as upon this mannequin is one of Flint's outfits.
Oh shit, put on.
Thick, heavy buckled, black and red. That shit looks like top tier fucking pirate shit.
That's the kind of
Noticing
duster I
him-
want.
Noticing him pissing himself, I'm gonna walk over and inspect this mannequin.
There is a really bad smell of piss because 2 people have currently just pissed.
Wait, 2?
At least.
He pissed on the side and you pissed
on the
in
boat.
fear because you opened the door to what for a split second you thought was a person.
Yeah.
On the subject of piss, I do kind of need a piss.
So inside is, you know, like a bed. There is. There is a spear currently, like, on a like hooked hanging piece. It's a thick metal barbed spear with a slight like chain link on the end of it. Aside from that, there's more of that cursed gold sat about, and a thick like it looks almost like a globe, but it is transparent currently.
So what does his Arcana check find out?
Oh,
I was inspecting the mannequin.
oh, you're inspecting the mannequin.
Yeah,
What did you get?
I didn't get anything. I don't know what I need to roll for. Arcana? Oh, okay. 20.
20.
Damn.
20.
The clothes upon the mannequin, the clothes upon the mannequin are very obviously enchanted in some way.
Oh boy.
But the mannequin, you can tell is the mannequin is one that has been built. It is actually specially designed, and as you reach out, touch the forehead, you say, "Stand straight," and the mannequin stands upright.
Can we keep it?
Oh shit, Coral. If it's designed to be like freaking Flint, maybe you can have it command the ship. Maybe.
No, I don't think so.
I don't know.
It only does simple movements. It just like
okay.
repositions into whatever pose you do.
I'll have to come apart because I
Can we
want.
keep it?
What's the stats of the armor?
Hold on, I identified the armor.
Identify to Flint's gear. Flint's gear is a 16 armor class, straight up. It allows you to dual wield any sort of scimitar. No matter if it is enchanted or whatever, you could wield 2 enchanted scimitars if you wanted to.
Alright.
It gives you advantage to any sort of skill check on sea. But it is also cursed so that if you fall upon the sea, you sink. As if weighted by 1,000 chains.
What is it classified as?
It still classifies as medium armor.
2 a day, but I haven't
Medium
been
armor.
taking it at all.
That's a disadvantage for things like stealth, right?
Get the fuck out of here! I'm kidding. Oh, we will.
I'm not gonna.
Oh, I've never watched that.
Should take it anyway, though.
Different
I mean,
fruits. They're special fruits, and if you eat them, gain super awesome stuff that you can do. But if you hit the water, you sink and die.
Is that why the main character has like Stretch Armstrong arms?
Yes, because he's got the gum fruit. That is what he ate on accident.
Right. Okay.
Right, well, I called Deck
Does
over.
it have a stealth
back to the ship.
disadvantage?
It does not as medium armor.
Roger.
Are you
I pick up
proficient
the
in
mannequin.
medium armor?
Proficient in
I am.
leather.
If you want.
Wait.
This is a light mixer.
Also, like, real quick.
Oh,
off
I'm only
topic,
proficient in light armor.
Did
Yeah, so
somebody
it's no
do
good for
something
me.
like piss Sarah
I
off?
have a
Because she,
armor
like,
for-
literally just came in, flipped Decidius off, threw her hands in the air, and left.
Because I kicked her from the room because she kept changing avatars and was off in the other fucking room while we were streaming.
Oh, okay.
The gray screen.
It
when did that
kept
happen?
Kicking that shit back up. When Sarah had come through, and she kept.
Did
going
that
to the
happen
other-
after you were talking about the sigils?
No, it didn't
No, this
happen
was-
now. That
This
was
earlier.
yesterday.
Ah, okay.
Earlier game.
And it's like I'm about to start kicking more people for particle effects and shit while we're trying to do shit.
And this way, we
I'm
do
fine
invite
with you
only.
guys watching, but come on.
I'm just going to say right now, on the subject of particle effects, my particle oh,
Your
fuck, I need to
flodical
go to bed.
effects?
I am I have lost the plot. I am gonna have to go to bed.
Should we
Well,
wrap
we're
things
about
up?
to, yeah, we're about to wrap things up now anyway.
Yeah, we should wrap up on
Okay.
exit from the ship.
But
Does
yeah,
anybody
from
want
this
that
point
armor or not?
onwards-
Because I don't
From
want it.
this point onwards, I'm making it invite only. I'm not allowing viewers anymore.
Oh,
I'm getting
okay.
tired of this shit.
Mm.
So, yeah.
The problem is that it still
Yeah,
affects
but people
performance
would
of someone
s-
swapping
people would
avatars
still-
and talking and whatever.
Yeah. It's like, I'm fine with people watching, I'm fine with people sitting about and that, but it's when, like this, look.
Am I looking
Look how
at
much fucking
Dion?
particle effects and shit is all around. Because somebody's
What?
been wandering around doing the fucking...
Particle effects?
Can you not see
What
all
particle
these bloody
effects?
blue
Nope.
I
lines
don't
everywhere?
see anything,
can.
Decidius.
Nope.
Rads
I
just
do.
sliding along the floor
Nope.
with these blue lines.
I think he's on.
I can see it.
Substances. There's nothing.
I don't see
there.
any blue lines.
There's no blue
Uh-uh.
lines in here.
It might be
Yeah.
Zia.
Like,
I do.
it's coming from Rad's finger. I'm literally seeing line, 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 line,
I
line,
sat
line.
down and my animation broke.
Override for that.
I guess the
but
plant inside.
we don't see that.
I don't see it.
Yeah, that might be
I
wrong.
fucking sat there having a go at you for like this, like the whole fucking room is filled with this shit. My
Oh my god.
my
You're
FPS
the
was
only one
tanking
seeing it too.
because you had filled everything with blue.
No, yeah, didn't see
Yeah,
it.
Red doesn't do that kind of stuff on purpose.
Not on
I know.
purpose.
I was just saying.
Sarah's
From
not
my
doing
point
it on
of view,
purpose
from my
either.
point of view, I'm just saying about Sarah, and then I just see Rad zip past. It's just as I look to the right, and my just goes like judda 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 as I see blue.
Alright, let's wrap things up. Let's wrap things up with
Okay.
Gallium and people
Okay.
can go to
Okay.
sleep.
Okay. Last shit. Do you guys want to take anything? You taking Flint's clothes?
We're
We're
taking.
taking
I'm
clothes.
taking the fucking mannequin.
Yeah, the whole
Jesus
mannequin.
Christ,
You
we're
just
the
hike the
worst
whole
fucking
mannequin
pirates
up.
ever.
You just hoist up the whole mannequin.
I don't
You
want
take it with
the
you.
armor.
You lift up the gangplank, and you depart, heading off to Simosern.
Yeah,
And
I
that
eat
is where
fucking
we'll end
dragon
it.
eggs and pirate clothes.
End
Yeah,
it for this week.
Hey,
At Simosern, I'm tracking down the Mage's Guild and getting my clothes enchanted.
And there you
I'll
go.
get my
You can
underpants.
stop.
some
You can
magical
stop.
armor.
I also have a duster now. I'm a cool.
You have a
a
pirate
duster.
Still.
It's a fucking pirate